Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. That's right, folks. We are live and back at it again. Who are we? Well, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network, and we have a jam-packed Thursday. Like we haven't had enough going on in the wrestling world. We got a jam-packed Thursday here for you tonight. We are going to get into Ring of Honor. Then we're going to cover Wrestling Revolver and Impact at the same time. Luna Havoc will be here. Who else might pop in? We don't know, folks. But thank you for being here. Fill up the chat. Get it rolling. I see numbers rolling in already. We got so much to get into. The IWC, like I said yesterday, has lost its mind, and it's a lot of fun. We're going to talk about it all. Don't go anywhere. Strap on, strap in. Get your feel good right. Let's go. Let's go. I gotta hit the button. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. We are live. We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. Like I said, we got so much going on here. We got so much to get into. I see the crowd filing in. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Ring of Honor is kicking off. I got Christopher Daniels gave a little speech to start off the show tonight, but we're getting the opening credits. I will get to the chat. I will say hello to everybody. But I will remind everyone again, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is your favorite live stream, watch along, watch party, call it what you will. The channel that's just about taking over every day. We're taking over Thursdays now too. And we got a triple header tonight. It's going to be fun. But I will remind everybody, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. And I'm happy to be here with everybody. That's it, folks. Friday Junior in the books. A holiday weekend for most of us, if not all of us. So happy Easter to those who celebrate it. The weekend is pretty much upon us, folks. Hopefully everyone gets to sleep in tomorrow and feel good about life. And then we got the weekend ahead. But like I said, we have a lot of action to get into. Right now, we're starting off with a trios match. We got the Workhorsemen. I think they should reconsider their name. Shane Taylor. I love Shane Taylor. Nice to see him here. I believe he's going to be taking on, is it Eddie Kingston and the Lucha Brothers? I don't know. It's going to be a stacked night, but we got the first match kicking off. Again, this is a spoiler-free zone. If you know the answers to the questions, keep them to yourself. Real quick, I'm going to say hi to Damien. How you doing? You're looking forward to Rascals versus ABC for the Revolver Tag Team titles. It's going to be a hell of a match. The Rascals, we all know them, or we might all know them, but Rascals are outstanding. ABC's no slouch. It's going to be high energy, high pace. It's going to be a good match. Sorry, it's Mark Briscoe, not Eddie. Reach for the sky on a Thursday night. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Looking forward to Brian Cage versus Fulton versus Crush 3. They had two other triple threats. Damien, help me here. This is the third rendition of this match. Looking forward to Shibata versus Christopher Daniels for the Pure Championship. Pure or Pure? Pure. Shibata, big surprise on the weekend. Well, on Friday at this point, I suppose. But yes, Shibata takes out Wheeler Yuta, becomes the new Pure Champion of Ring of Honor. Of course, everybody talking about a few things, but as far as this production, this company, we're looking at, the big announcement. They're going to Wembley. They're going to try and sell out a 90,000 seat stadium. Tall task. We'll see if they can do it. I'm rooting for them. I hope they can pull it off. And of course, Jay White made his debut last night. I do think they could have done it a little bigger, more grandiose. Really made it feel like a big star had just signed with the company. They didn't, but I'm happy that we're finally going to get some Jay White on TV. I don't care what company he went to. And right now I got Ray Phoenix, Penta, and Mark Briscoe hitting the ring. I'm going to take them for the win. If you guys want to make a prediction, if you want to truly guess at it, then fine, let me know. But, yeah. We got your Ring of Honor tag champions teaming up with one of the most notorious tag champions in Ring of Honor history, Mark Briscoe. Of course, Shane Taylor, long history with Ring of Honor. We've seen him come back recently, got a big win over Silas, and he's teaming up with the Workhorsemen. Don't really know how I feel about them, but I definitely think they should change their name. One of my favorite people in wrestling, Alex Abrahantes. I think he's underutilized. I think they really had something good with the Penta Says gimmick, but they let that go. What is going good? It's all going good. We are Pro Wrestling. Thank you for being back. Thank you for being here. It's all good. We got nothing but wrestling, nonstop wrestling. The channel just keeps going, showing up every single night to cover more wrestling and hang out with the crew. So thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us or joining me tonight. And we got Mark Briscoe throwing some body chops on Shane Taylor to kick this off. What's up, Scott? What's up? What's going on? How you doing? Nigel McGuinness on commentary. Yes, Nigel McGuinness has apparently signed with AEW / Ring of Honor. And for the second week in a row, we have Nigel on commentary. Mark Briscoe, Lucha Brothers for the win. That makes sense, Damien. I'm with you. I miss the days when the Rascals were... All right, C-Money. Throwing it back. Throwing it back to Alfalfa and the crew. 877,000 million views. Did I read that right? I feel like I read that wrong. 877,000 views from last night on Dynamite. Yeah, I saw the ratings. I was a little surprised. I mean, upper 8, almost pushing 90, 900,000. I expected more. Like, I think this tells us a few things. One, that mass exodus of WWE fans were like, we're not going to watch. We're going to AEW. Well, they didn't do it last night. Where were they? Why didn't AEW do 2 million last night? Why? Because WWE fans like to bitch and moan. And where's the backup? Where's the action? Where's the proof? What are we doing? If everyone was going to jump ship, what happened? WWE fans are loyal. They hang around. They've been through the pain. They've been through the hardship. However, it should be fun on Friday, which is tomorrow, which we will be live. If you guys haven't seen it, hashtag Fire Vince has become a thing. Hashtag Hijack SmackDown's become a thing. Lots of interesting times, folks. Hunter is going to start off the show. That's going to be interesting. We'll see what he has to say. I'm sure he's just going to try and calm the world down. Come out. I think you should walk out and say, ladies and gentlemen, I booked the whole show. I booked everything. What you're hearing about Vince is bullshit. That's what should happen. However, rumor is Vince will be on his usual guard, either apparently in person or by virtually. He will be calling the shots tomorrow night. So that's interesting. 877 is a lot, but for who? It's not. You should hit 1 million. Why are you averaging less than 1 million? Why did you not pull in 1 mil? Last time Tony told everybody he was going to have a big announcement, 1 million people showed up. Law of diminishing return. If you're going to continually do the same tactics to get views, less people are going to buy it. Everyone knows that the big announcement. Yeah, last night's announcement was big, but it was a press release. It was a post-show conversation. It wasn't like, congratulations, that's huge news. If you guys can pull it off, great. But I mean, it feels overhyped. And if he would have just said, I have something to say, and gave us that announcement, we'd be like, that's huge. And some people, I mean, it is a big deal. But at the end of the day, you can't oversell it. You hurt yourself trying to do it. What's up, Marcus? Good to see you. Hello, this is the best wrestling live stream channel I've found so far. Good play-by-play commentary and wrestling talk. Marcus, buddy, I truly, truly appreciate it. Can't thank you enough for the kind words. It's what we do. We're here all the time. Right now, I got the Workhorseman working on Penta, by the way. Drop toe hold. into the big boot, pen it down. But yes, thank you for being here, Marcus. Thank you for the compliment. And I'm just gonna take a second to pin that to the top because it's so lovely. But yeah, and don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow. Myself, Big Nick will be here with me. The dynamic duo back at it again. We got SmackDown, we got Rampage, and according to Damien and the internet, we have Battle of the Belts. I saw that Jade's gonna have a match with Billy Starks, one of the hottest free agents out there. She's outstanding, lovely, lovely person. And then what was the other match I saw? Damien, what are the matches for Battle of the Belts? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Did anybody catch like Battle of the Belts is coming? Battle of the Belts is going to be a big thing. Damien kept saying it in the chat, but Nick and I were like, hadn't heard shit, hadn't heard a thing. And sure enough, here it is. So, dun, dun, dun. Wrestling fans have Stockholm syndrome. We empathize with our captors. Nah, I hear this used a lot. I like it. I like it. But to me, it's like being a sports fan. And actually, my love for wrestling over the last 20 years, very similar to my love for hockey, right? Like, I'm a giant Maple Leafs fan, and everybody cringed. Everybody that just heard me say that, because it's been painful. And anybody out there who's cheered, like if you've been a Cleveland Browns fan for a long time, or if you were a Cubs fan for decades or a New York Rangers fan, like you're loyal to that. You want to see it go well. You want to see it do good. And I think that's what it is. We show up every week like this is going to be the week they get it. So like I know people are losing their mind about the whole Vince situation. My thought was I'm really curious how this is all going to look, right? But but what do you say? What do you do? I mean, is it Stockholm syndrome? Yeah, but we have a love for wrestling, and the WWE was the preeminent wrestling force for multiple decades now. So you keep tuning in. Like, I mean, I kind of walked away from wrestling for a while, like a lot of us do. We would get busy. We start, you know what? I'll catch that when I can. So I'd like peek in once in a while, and it wasn't until the onset of AEW where I really got pulled right back into wrestling, and you just want it to go well. And it's where people sometimes, I find wrestling fans get very emotional and very like offended, but it's like, wait, we all want the same shit. We want good wrestling. But it's become a war of like, no, we can't like the same things. And that's not really the problem. Appreciate TK swinging for the fences doing Wembley Stadium. Expect 45 to 50K attendance. 90K is not impossible, but highly improbable. We are pro wrestling. I agree, man. It's a big step, but I give them credit. Like, oh, double knees on Mark. Oh, Drake with a Shining Wizard. Holy shit. Deuce. What a move. What a tandem offense. So we got flipping, sit down, power bomb into a Shining Wizard. Now we got a brawl. Shane Taylor going after Phoenix. He's not there. Phoenix, spinning kick. Penta in with Inzaguri. That was a horrible looking Canadian destroyer. Penta just rolled out, and I mean, that big man just came down on his midsection incorrectly. Sorry, guys, I got caught up in the action. I will get back to this, but Henry up top, Mark. Oh, hooks him. J Driller. It's over. No one getting up from the J Driller. And that move should be very protected at this point. So big win. Mark Briscoe, who I thought he was retiring. I thought he was saying goodbye. Now they're showing QT. For fuck's sake. So tomorrow night, on Battle of the Belts, the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, Penta and Phoenix, will defend against Hobbs and QT Marshall. Now, if that is an interesting booking, I don't know what is. But I got Hobbs and QT on Ring of Honor right now. Every time I see QT smiling, I cringe. Cero Meadow. Sometimes brutally honest. I appreciate so yes, they swing for the fences. It's a big deal, man. If they can sell 45, 50, I'll be super impressed because when we talk about competition and when WWE fans or people just being rational um watch when you say AEW is on the same level of WWE, when you watch something like WrestleMania with 60,000 people or, Clash of the Castle or any of these big pay-per-views that they just fill, it's a different animal. It's a different monster. It's on a different level. You can't really compare that to a company who's selling 10,000 tickets, 9,000 tickets, maybe 12 to 15 on a really hot night. But this is a big deal for Tony. The good news for us as AEW fans is the fact that we have like he has to book this well, and Tony in the past has booked well for pay-per-views. We can't take that away from him. He's good at, especially like this one is such a big deal. He can just fantasy book like crazy. I saw rumors of like Hayter versus Sasha Banks, Monet. We see a bunch of different things. Sorry, I got distracted as Shibata is coming out to the ring. He'll be defending his title, his newly won title, against Christopher Daniels here tonight. But yeah, is 90,000 impossible? No. Is it likely? No. If they do it, would it be a huge coup? Yes. I don't care if TK has to buy 80% of the tickets and give them away to soccer fans. Whatever he's got to do. I mean, this has the potential. I mean, it's going to be a record setting night for AEW. It's going to be their biggest gate by far. The good news is they are extremely popular in the UK. Like they outdo WWE, if I'm not mistaken, in a lot of ratings at times in the UK. So it's got potential. We'll see. When you got people like FTR, making hints at who they might fight. If you got Will Ospreay, ooh, Wembley, eh? Man, what if we get the last or the next Ospreay Omega in Wembley? And then you say, guys, tear it down. You got 40 minutes. Kill it. Dude, that has a potential to be that Bret Hart British Bulldog moment in Wembley where you just let them tear it down. And I'm usually critical of Kenny, so figure that one out. Ali Cash versus Miyu Yamashita. Yes, of course. I can't wait for an Ali Catch match. Everyone on this channel knows I'm a big fan of Ali. So, and speaking of that, our boys from the DWO will be there live. And last time they went live, my buddy Big Rig actually got Ali to send us a greeting. So, big shout out to Big Rig. He's a good guy in my books. Hey KJ, how are you? How's your day going? Hey, what's up, Nathan? My day it's a crazy week, a hectic week. Sometimes those short weeks where you feel like you're trying to cram things into 4 days instead of 5, coming off the heels of WrestleMania. It's been a time, buddy. I'm looking forward to some R&R. Where am I going with that? For Ring of Honor. Also, I'm excited for Ring of Honor, and I'm hyped for Impact. We might see Josh Alexander today. Yeah, I'm really curious what we're going to get. I don't know. Again, trying to avoid every type of spoiler possible. But yes, tonight, Ring of Honor. And it's ironic because Josh Alexander was the poster boy or one of the poster boys for Wrestling Revolver, which is coming up very soon tonight as well. It'll be on just about the same time as Impact. So it's going to be funny. We're going to see Speedball on 2 shows. Like I said, Josh Alexander was scheduled to be here at Revolver, but that's not going to happen. So I'm always excited for the wrestling. I'm really hopeful. I'm curious what Impact's got going on. Of course, they're heading back to Canada, coming back to my neck of the woods as they head towards Rebellion, which our lovely guest host and our Impact Insider will be front row at. What's up, Jack? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Orange Cassidy and Dragalistico for the International Championship. Yeah. I've had just about enough Orange Cassidy, Damien. Dragalistico's good. Again, kind of in the same vein as Commander. as Vikingo. It should be an all right match. I mean, Orange Cassidy isn't exactly a high flyer. I do petition that there is a good amount of wrestling skill in Orange Cassidy. I don't know. We see him so much, and Tony uses him so much that I can't complain. If you guys didn't know, we are our fantasy faction champions, and big part of that is because we're the only team that have been riding Orange Cassidy. Pause. But the guy gets booked, the guy gets points, and that's been the case for weeks now. Is he gets so much TV time? He's always defending a title. Give me Dragon Listico versus Commander. Just go spot crazy. Love the honesty that comes from you guys. Thank you, Jack. We're not always right. We're not always sensible. We're definitely honest, straightforward, and just ourselves. Lucha Bros and QT Marshall, Powerhouse Hobbs for the Ring of Honor title. Yeah, that's the one I missed. Thank you, Damien. Thank you. Oh, by the way, right now, we do have a Pure Championship match taking place. Shibata versus Christopher Daniels. And Christopher Daniels is actually taking his first rope break right now, which for those who don't know, you only get 3. So that's one for Christopher Daniels. We have judges at the ringside, including Jerry Lynn. And Shibata is in complete control right now. And I would argue that might be a little bit of one of the bigger surprises of the weekend was Wheeler Yuta was unsuccessful at defending his title against Shibata. Sometimes brutally honest. Oh, Jack. Yeah. It's a thing. We don't mix our words very well at times. And, some of what we say is tongue in cheek, but we shoot from the hip. Love us or hate us, we shoot from the hip. And we're always willing to listen. But if it's dumb, we're going to tell you. Lucha Bros for the win. Yeah, they got a big win. They not LOL. I don't know what I caught there, bud, but welcome, Big Harsh. This is a huge reach for them. Yes. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. Dialed back in. But it is. It really is. Now, here's the opposite side of that coin, now that you bring it up, Big Harsh. What if they fail? What if they sell 10,000 tickets, 12,000 tickets? That's going to feel like an empty building in a way that is not cover-upable, in a way that will be obvious, and it will be rough for them if they can't eclipse at least what do you guys think a good number is to kind of get away with it not being sold out? Is it 25, 30, 35, 40? Where do you think a good threshold is for them to go, okay, that was a success? Or do they have to hit 90? And if you're going to hit 90, what do you got to do to hit 90? Is this show going to sell a shit ton of tickets? Like, I know a large list. We got our friend, the Soul Man. Go check him out on Instagram and YouTube. Great interviews. Over in Scotland. Can't wait. This is his WrestleMania. He's thrilled. He's over the moon. I know the guys at Wrestling Republic are pumped. Some guys from the fantasy faction across the seas, they're all. So this show's going to sell tickets just because it's AEW in UK. It's going to sell tickets. It's going to sell out. We saw it. I mean, again, different argument, but we saw it with the WWE when they went to Wales. Gone again. Those tickets move fast because we're, the countries like Canada, the UK, and such that don't get it as much. We eat that shit up. Oh, it's our turn. Woo! Look what happened in Montreal. People went crazy. We had the Northern WrestleMania before time. 3 shows. Let's go. Sonic Boom. Welcome back, buddy. Welcome back. And yeah, 3 shows tonight. Start off with Ring of Honor. Now, it's so funny because I was under the impression Ring of Honor was a 1-hour show, and then we started covering it and realized it's 2 hours every week. So literally come 8 o'clock or come 8:15, we will have 3 shows on all at the same time. Luna Havoc should be here joining us and having a good old chat about her week, what's on her wrestling mind. And we're going to dive into all this right now. I got Christopher Daniels just throwing chops on Shibata. We're about 7.5 minutes into this match. Like I said, Daniels already took one of his rope breaks, and Shibata just laying into Daniels in the corner. I'll be back. I need Nick to do the Arnold voice. I don't understand how Ethan Page gets a rematch for the FTW World Championship versus Hook tomorrow night on Rampage. I don't know. Does it matter though? Like, is it like, are you like, oh, that's not fair? Protect the champion. I mean, the FTW title is a bit of an afterthought, and I can't imagine. I think Hook's at 25-0. I don't imagine he's losing tomorrow. Some people might already know, but I don't. Nothing better than Italian food with a ciabatta roll. I like a good old ciabatta bun. Wait, pause. That didn't sound right. Thanks. Look what you did, C-Money. There you go. Shibata's got Daniels in a chokehold. Again, I'm not saying the big. Oh. Daniels fighting to the clutch. Second rope break for Daniels. Woo. Good match. 2 good matches so far on Ring of Honor. Dean Malenko. Diener. Wouldn't it be crazy if Nigel came out of retirement for one match? Hey, if anything could get him out of that announced chair for one match, and again, I don't fully know the extent of where he's at with his health right now, but if anything could get him in the ring for a match, that would be it. And I'm sure Tony picked up the phone and said, "Hey, Nigel, how do you feel about joining a Ring of Honor, AEW?" And he's like, "Oh, well, maybe, but okay." He said, "We're gonna do Wembley. I'll be there." Like, I mean, that's the impact. You saw it. You've seen it from other wrestlers and other personalities already. Like I said, Osprey putting out tweets. Obviously we saw FTR come back last night, win the titles, their 10th titles across the board. So a big win for them. I'm really curious what Dax has to say. I want to tune in and find out what his rationale behind the decision-making process was on this one. Another sleeper. Daniels is out. Shibata gives him the boot. That's it. 3, the 10-minute mark. 10:05 in the match. Shibata getting buttery and winning retaining his title. Marcus says, "How is Impact doing nowadays? I haven't seen any of their stuff in years. Also, thanks for the pinned comment." Hey, Marcus, thank you for the awesome comment. I had to pin it, let people know, that's there. So, with that being said, Impact's interesting. Some nights it's fucking amazing. It's everything you want out of wrestling. It's got a little bit of hokiness, it's got a little bit of playfulness, but it's got good action, good wrestlers, good content. There is a stellar amount of talent there. And there's some guys that you really buy into their character and who they are and what they've developed. But Impact kind of goes with the ebbs and flows of the wrestling world. So when WWE started releasing everybody, AEW, everyone was talking about AEW. Oh, who's going to AEW? But as AEW was scooping up wrestlers, Ring of Honor was just collecting some as well. And they ended up building a really nice, robust roster. Then Triple H comes back. They start, Tony and Triple H start signing up some people. And then it started dwindling again as far as what they have, their options come in and out. Right now, their women's division, the Knockouts, is a little bit shaky. It could be better. I think they've lost some good talent in that women's division, but they still have some really talented athletes there. The X division's on fire. Josh Alexander is a great champion. I would argue he hasn't had a whole lot of big tests. I was really looking forward to Alexander and Macklin coming up, but we'll have to wait for that. But overall, yeah, it's I like it. I don't I think their bread and butter is their pay-per-views for sure. And we'll find that out next week. I got Claudio Castagnoli. What? Okay. Sorry, I got caught up in Cesaro. The guy's a rough promo. He talks so choppy. That's who I am. I'm a champion. That's how we do it in Ring of Honor. Whoever's worthy can have a title shot. Yes, they can. Here we go. I'm here. Breaking news: Brian Cage allegedly will not be at Wrestling Revolver tonight as his flight was canceled. Wow. All right. So one of the big names that we're going to be on the show tonight. I'm looking at Brian Cage right now with Prince Nana representing the embassy tonight, and he's coming out for his match. Yeah, so he was one of the guys who was going to see do double duty tonight because he's also scheduled to be on Ring of Honor, or sorry, Wrestling Revolver. So yeah, thanks. Good news. All right, what's going on, Rory? What's up, fellow Beardo? If you take away WWE, I feel that the wrestling scene is very similar to the way the old territory system worked, sharing talent, etc. Got to see the Lightning Kid back in the day. Yeah, very true. I think there's been an insurgence, and we talked about this over. Like, I think the pandemic caused things to change in a lot of ways, but the addition of something like Fight, which was allowing exposure and notoriety to a lot of the indie shows. So, hey, Ortiz. Wow, we kind of lost Ortiz, eh? Like, we lost him in the shuffle. Santana's not around anymore. But there you go. Ortiz is in the house taking on Brian Cage, but I don't think his odds are very good on this one. But yeah, I kind of see what you're saying for sure. Where, like we said, we were supposed to see Brian Cage on 2 shows tonight. We were supposed to see, we're going to see Speedball on 2 shows. We've seen Ali Catch on multiple shows. So, Masha Slamovich is your GCW champion, a regular on Impact, and then you look across the indies and you see a lot of that. And when you start following a lot of the wrestlers, you see that they're in 4 or 5 promotions over the case of a week or course of a week. So yeah, I like it. I love it. I mean, it's really good in the sense of matchups, and again, it does have that old territory vibe to it. WWE is an island unto itself for sure. Tommy Dreamer, Tommy Dreamer, Yumuri, Darren MC McCarty, Darren McCarty. Yeah, I saw that. Okay, I read the gap wrong. Darren McCarty of the Detroit Red Wings. Bully Ray in the good hands. Yes, I did see that's coming up tonight. This Tommy Dreamer, Bully Ray rivalry. Can one of them just retire? Can we have like a loser retires match and Bully win? This is where, like I said, where someone asked how is Impact doing. This is something on Impact that I don't love. I'm like, I could do without it. Some of the, last week we had Taya Valkyrie get pulled into a casket. They literally killed off Eric Young. Eric Young is dead, and we haven't found him since, so that's a problem. Sammy had to go away. Sammy had some go away heat last night. Yeah, Keyshawn, he really did. He ended up in no man's land when he did his promo, but it's because he wandered from who we know him to be. He wandered from the Sammy Guevara we know he is. And when he started kind of flirting and trying to endear himself to the crowd, all he got was mumbles and murmurs. People don't want to cheer for you. We know you're saying some nice stuff right now, but we'd rather cheer fucking MJF, the bad guy, than cheer you because you're a worse guy. So when you start getting murmurs and hums in the crowd instead of boos, it's a problem. It's a problem. He should just, and by the way, just to add to that, he should just play straight heel. Let's go. It'll sell well. We don't get a lot of big wrestling events here in the UK other than WWE. Yeah, see, Rory across the seas, a great guy to give us some insight. And I agree. I think it's going to bang out. I really do. I would be shocked if they do less than 30,000. I think I'd be shocked if they did more than 70. I can't wait to see some Motor City Machine Guns tonight on Impact Wrestling versus TMDK. It's a very interesting match. It'll be a good match, good pace. Obviously, Motor City Machine Guns been around for a minute, recently lost their titles to the Bullet Club, who are scheduled to be on Wrestling Revolver as well. Woo! You guys, I don't know how we keep all this straight. AEW's highest attendance was 29K on that Grand Slam when Cole and Danielson debuted. It wasn't I don't think they debuted on a Grand Slam. It was what pay-per-view was that? Double or Nothing? UK is hungry market, but it's hard to imagine that they'll double that. Wembley will only be 60% full. We'll see. I don't underestimate the ravenous British fans. 70,000 to AEW would be a very solid number. Hey, 70,000. First pay-per-view in UK, and also have to lose seats due to stage setup, etc. True. So you drop it down. If you can get to 70 is still a big number. I'd be really impressed. Yeah, no. I'd be really impressed if they go 50 to 70. Be like, still, that's pretty fucking cool. For an upstart company without the power of, being the WWE, it'd be really freaking cool. Big feather in Tony's cap. The pressure will be on for him to. He's got to have a really good run here. What my concern is, guys, is I believe this show is going to be September 3rd. So you got Forbidden Door 2. You're going to have, what's the next pay-per-view? Why do I just want to say Double or Nothing like it's their only pay-per-view? They got another pay-per-view coming up. So he's got to have a good run here. He's got to go into that hot. And I think it's in his best interest if he can make his show coincide with the build. Okay, who do we want to fight on September 3rd? Now we're going to start the storyline back here somewhere and work towards a payoff. Make it worth it. But you will see him. Tony's infamous for the hotshot booking. So we're going to get some of that for sure. And again, if you can get Osprey, Omega, I guess 3 or 4 at this point. 3? That dude. That's my buddy Big Nick, by the way, for those who don't know. Man, we're going to have a whole lot of fun sitting here watching Osprey and, Kenny in Wembley. That will be outstanding. FTR, curious who they would take on. I wonder if it would be someone like Aussie Open. And there's a lot of other options. I know automatically everyone thinks everybody's got to be British, but there will be some non-British people involved in the pay-per-view. It would be awesome, so I hope it happens. But I'm still seeing empty seats on hard cam at Dynamite. That's a valid point, C-Money, right? Like I said, when you're used to selling somewhere between, I don't even know if this is accurate, but like 8 and 10,000 seats per Wednesday, that it becomes a real big challenge, right? You're banking on a starving market that is eager for wrestling to come to town. It's their first ever show, so that will help. The booking's going to matter, and then we'll see. I mean, like I said, Tony's got enough money to buy everybody in England a ticket and send them all to fucking the show. He tweeted his rationale. It was family and the schedule he gets to work. Yeah, that's why I said ultimately in the whole process would have been the decision. It all came down to how much time could he spend with his family, his daughter, be close to them, and the money. That's what it was. I mean, I truly believe, and I think you agree, that they weren't going anywhere. At no point were they going anywhere. None of this would have been booked. Like, I would have been really shocked last night if they lost and that was the end of them. I couldn't believe it. Why would you, even if they lose, you showcase them, you put them on, and it's not going to be a thing. Shouldn't be a thing, but then again, he did it with Moxley, so what do I know? By the way, Ortiz is in charge of Brian Cage right now. I haven't mentioned that in a while. It's been a good match, so we're 3 for 3 as far as I'm concerned, as far as decent matches throughout Ring of Honor. Huge sit down. 2-0, good shout. Got that one. That sucks. Claudio needs someone to talk for him. That was bad. It really was. Really bad. You can almost just that pause. And then he just blurts something out like, oh, I am champion. I will be here. You got to fight me. Okay. Yeah, he could use a heater for sure. I think that's part of why he did well when he was with the Kings, right? Because Hero can talk. I was just writing that. Not sure what that is anymore. Needs to go back to promo class. Yeah, I'm clearly catching up. I like it. Keep it coming, folks. Josh is a WWE fan. Welcome, Josh. How's the show going? Ring of Honor is going well. I've liked it. I like how Tony books Ring of Honor. It's simple. Match, match, match. Maybe a 30-second background backstage clip. Match, match, match. Good commentary. My argument is probably, especially now with Nigel, between Coleman, Riccaboni, and Nigel, best commentary team in all of wrestling. Anybody have some suggestions who might be better? I'm all ears. Claudio Claudello? What am I reading here? Give Eddie the... What are you saying? Brian Cage for the win, and he's wrestling without a contract. Well, we'll keep in mind this was taped, right? So Brian Cage with the win. Ortiz should wrestle in his chest protector like D'Lo. Yeah, use it as his finisher. Eric Young died, but Super Eric lives on. Well, I assumed for a long time that after WrestleMania, we were going to get Sanity. Now I don't have a fucking clue what's going on in the WWE, so your guess is as good as mine. It's not so much a matter of how many will be there. It's how much will AEW make. It's not impressive if half the show is free tickets. Yeah, no, I agree with that. They want to make money, but if you get to a certain point of you're gonna break your gate anyway. I would, as Tony Khan, I don't give a fuck. I want the impressive side of this. You think back to the old videos of that Brett Davey Boy match, and one of the coolest parts of that match is the fucking amount of people behind them going nuts, and the wave of emotions and the sound. And we've seen things like Queen concerts and shit coming out of Wembley. Like, it's huge, and there's so many people. Are you looking forward to Eddie Edwards and PCO? Absolutely. We've been building for Eddie and PCO. I'm at the pay-per-view. I wasn't quite sure why we got Kenny King and PCO, but anytime we get the Canadian Frankenstein, I'm down. What's up, Thomas? How you doing? Jay Lethal coming to the ring. Oh, this is like, you can't have Jay Lethal on both shows. You can't. Just so watered down seeing him all the fucking time. Jay Lethal, Satnam Singh, Sanjay Dutt. At this point, did they just sign Satnam to walk around? Tickets have gone on pre-sale here. Already booked mine. I'd say realistically, probably around 40,000. Yeah, okay. I'm curious. I really am curious, and I'm rooting for them because I would love to tune into that show. You know we will be here live, and you know it will be a fun night with 40, 50, 60,000 people taking it in. And listen, people can criticize AEW a lot, and they do, but you think of the style of wrestling that they like as far as the spots and the big moments and the over-the-top shit, it will be a loud crowd. That has to be the play Punk returns in London. Oh, London calling. Oh, that's what. Okay, I think they might do it, but Tony must have Punk or something up his sleeve. Part of me thought that was going to be the big announcement, where he's like, "I'm Tony Khan, and this is CM Punk." Yeah. I mean, realistically, let's be real. You got FTR back in the mix, and if you could get Punk back in the mix, and Punk shows up, just walks into a show, no music, no entrance, mid-segment, even if it's a fucking ridiculous segment, or mid-match, some nothing match, Darius Martin versus somebody, and he just walks in, clears them both out, grabs a microphone, and just starts unloading. I hate Tony, I hate the Bucks, I hate da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And you build that, you have, kind of a new summer of Punk leading, and the finality would be the Elite versus Punk and FTR. I mean, I'd sign up for that. Even though I already said that Kenny would be awesome with going up against Osprey. I'd sign up for that too. Bum, bum, bum. Thomas Dunn, that has to be, got that one. How's the show going? Got that one. Catching up. Keep it coming, folks. Keep it coming. Tony went to town, booked a show at Wembley, sold 30,000 tickets, and snorted accusations. 50 to 70 would be a good attendance showing for AEW. If they book a good card, they can do definitely would need a big title fight for that. I imagine you put almost, you got to treat it like a WrestleMania. And I know that's WWE, KJ. You got to treat it like a WrestleMania. You want to sell out this show. You want to put as many asses in seats as possible, right, Tony? Shivani, not the other one. That's what you need to do. You have to get there. You have to get those asses in seats. You have to. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what's happening. Speaking of Darius Martin taking on Jay Lethal, like this would be the perfect match for CM Punk to fuck up. So the show's been pretty good on Ring of Honor so far. I'm about 15 minutes away for 2 more shows starting, folks. So yeah, that's right. We will have the remnants of 3 shows happening all at the same time. I can't wait for the NFL draft on April 27th. I hope the Eagles get Ezekiel Elliott to Philadelphia. Go for it, Clay. 3-0. You better be. I'd say with Jay White in AEW, and he is booked for the UK event, and if you have Jericho and Omega, etc., you don't need Punk. White is probably more well-known over this side of the pond. Bold statement. Can't really argue that perception. I mean, but yeah, I think Jay White was a good move. And again, I think it's part of the sell. Oh, Jay, I heard you're going to sign with WWE. Well, I also heard that Vince is back. And have you heard? I think I'm going to run Wembley. Do you want to main event Wembley or be one of the main events at Wembley? I mean, I'd only imagine, if you grew up anywhere in the UK, the idea of doing anything at Wembley is going to blow your mind. So, yeah, I mean, Tony's got a big chip in his pocket, and I hope he's using it. And you're right. They can pull this off without Punk. I just think it's a much easier. I mean, if you get Punk, it helps. Huge. And it helps that rating because I know some people said 877 is, that's a good rating for them. It's not good enough. The Legion of Doom entrance for SummerSlam will always stick out of my mind. Oh, God, yeah. That pop, right? The Road Warrior pop for a reason. Oh, Jay Lethal going for lethal injection, got blocked up by Darius, but he eats a super kick anyway. Caught her. Oh. Wow. No. Pops out of the stunner, gets a near fall and turns into a Spanish fly for another near fall. In Corny's Ernie Ladd voice, every time you catch a check, Satnam, you're stealing. All right, I misread that a couple times. See, in Canada, check has a U. Oh, Darius kicks Satnam Singh. Satnam not happy about it, but Taven's on his way out to the ring. So this is okay. Wow. Taven blows Darius's head right off. In Corny's Ernie Ladd voice. I can't do Corny Ernie Ladd voice. I can't do Corny's voice at all. It's too high pitched. He's too nasally. It doesn't match my register very well. But yes, to your point, every time you cash a check, you're stealing. He really is. It's wonderful. I wish we had access to Tony Khan's payroll. I just want to see the people that are getting ridiculous money and do shit. Nothing. And not because they don't want to, because they're not given anything to do. Okay, so that match was all right. Not my favorite match of the night so far. Again, it's just a little overbooked, and you have the baby face alone against three heels, and a fourth heel comes out and causes trouble. So Maria letting everybody know, that's right, Maria Kanellis letting everyone know that this is her kingdom. I'm looking forward to Jonathan Grissom versus Mike Bailey. I'm very intrigued who will face Trey Miguel for the X Division Championship 1 week from Friday, April 16th. Here's the thing. I need something more out of Bailey and Gresham. I've watched them wrestle 3 times already. Different promotions, including twice on Impact. And truthfully, I have not been impressed at all. Right now, we got Bennett and Taven both in Satnam's jacket together. 2 men, 1 coat. Not fat guy in a little coat. 2 guys, 1 coat. Jay Lethal for the win. Ding. That was the motorbike entrance, right? Yes, it was. Jericho versus White. Why, Rory? Why, Rory? Don't do that to Jay. Jay's better than that. Jay will have to water down what he does in the ring to wrestle Jericho. I want Jay White to fight someone meaningful. I really do, and Jericho doesn't cut it for me. Like, oh, I cringed. I don't know if they're just leaving it out there, and we'll get back to it. But when they teased that Jericho was going to kind of have an issue with Adam Cole, I almost cried. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my, zero cell. I don't think it was a zero cell. I think it was just a bad angle. They didn't really show him pop out of it. Truthfully, I want to listen. I'd love to be critical, but I think he did the old handstand, but it was a bad angle, so it looked like a no cell completely. Here comes Rouge Dragalistico taking on the infantry. I will admit, I've seen a couple matches now of the infantry. Pretty impressive from what I've seen. What's up, Kayla? How you doing tonight? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, I would at least say that Omos has gotten the ring a couple times. So Draglistico versus Orange Cassidy. Okay. What's up, Tribal Chief? How you doing? How you doing? Some love for Nick. Hope Nick's doing well. Big shout out to CJ and Cliff and everybody else. Luna Havoc, LJ, all the friends, all the family, everyone in the chat. I will remind you, we are, the Wrestling for Life Network. We've been rolling along here. We're about to get to that hour mark, folks, where things are going to get a little interesting here on the channel. I'm going to put Wrestling Revolver on because it's live, so that will be fun. We'll have Luna Impact stopping in now. I will remind everybody, a programming note. We watch the YouTube version of Impact. It starts at 8:15, and we get no commercials. So it's a little quicker, a little cleaner, a little fun to get through. So do keep that in mind. And if you guys can't watch Impact anywhere else, go to YouTube. It's like a couple bucks a month to get their membership access, and you get the weekly shows. Omos is Carl Gotch compared to that's a stretch, C Money. That's a stretch. All right, we're going for the handshake, but Draglistico wants none of it. Los Ingobernables. I heard Nick chuckle in the background. Damien says D. I want to see Jay White versus Ricky Starks. Is more intriguing. What do you think? Yeah, I think we'll get that. We're going to get that well in advance of that particular show. We'll see how it works out. I mean, you got Juice, you got Jay. Tony loves threes. I feel like we don't have enough parts to this puzzle yet. Are they going to build on the Bullet Club? Are there other potential signings? Are there other potential people within the company? Can they grow this? I'm back. See money. Well, that's right, folks. We're rolling along, coming up to that 8 o'clock hour. We are going to cover Ring of Honor, Impact, and Wrestling Revolver. Wrestling Revolver Thursday. And real quick, before that all pops up, I think what I'll do, just pull it up again. Where are we? Bum, 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 bum. Oh, where are we going? My bad. No, some of these companies make it very difficult to see what you want to see. What do we get? Thursday event page. Thank you for telling me who's on the show. There you go. So we're getting the Revolver remix title. Alex Shelley versus Jake Christ. Josh, special challenge. Josh Alexander versus Brian Keith. Obviously, that's not happening. First time ever. Miyu Yamashita versus Ali Catch with the unit. Revolver World Tag titles on the line. The Rascals, which is Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz versus the Bullet Club, Chris Bay and Austin Ace with Gia Miller. Married tag match. Interesting. Steve Macklin and Deonna Purrazzo versus Speedball, Mike Bailey, and Veda Scott. So we got a little domestic tag team going on. Three-way dance, Brian Cage, who we talked about maybe not being there. Crash Jackson with versus Fulton with Matt Renwell. So there you go. He's doing double duty tonight. We got him on Impact and Revolver. Mr. Rusev Day. Myron Reed versus JT Dunn with the unit. Sun and Death Scramble. Gringo Loco versus Infrared versus friend of the show, Cole Roderick versus Jeffrey John versus Damian Chamber with John E. Bravo. Also appearing, Sammy Callahan, Jessica Havoc, Phil Stamper, and others. Tune in and enjoy. So that's what we got ahead. We're going to jump into that pay-per-view tonight. Should be a good time. Like I said, we're also going to have the wonderful Miss Luna Havoc join us and go over some Impact as well. I know we're getting Josh Bailey and Speedball tonight. The main event of Ring of Honor tonight, I do believe, is Athena defending her title. Oh, there you go. There you go. So, La Faction Ingobernables take the W. They've been on a tear, and they got Vance 10 from the Dark Order as in the mix now. He's good and imposing. Up next, Hot Sauce, Tracy Williams versus Daniel Garcia. I like it. I like it. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Who goes over in the end? Starks, the guy that we're building, or White, the new debut? Well, it all depends on how you deliver it, right? The problem is, I imagine if Starks is going up against Jay soon, Jay's going to go over Starks because they don't know any better. They've been building Starks. They've been doing well. And actually, I will give a guy that I'm highly critical of, Chris Jericho, some credit because he let Starks go over and then let him go. He dragged it out a little bit longer, but still took the L. So Ricky Starks is a star. Whether it's in AEW or if he moves on to become a star, Ricky Starks is a star. I really hope Tony Khan realizes that and utilizes that and molds that talent that Ricky brings to the table. And Jay White is a superstar. Jay White is ready to go. And it will be a very good match. But if I was to put money down, it's going to be Jay White that goes over. And that's where you got to be careful of how you book this stuff. You bring in a new guy, you kind of put him in against somebody that you can walk away with that win, but we'll see how the match goes. Dralistico for the win. I'm way behind. Aren't there like 7 guys from Bullet Club now in AEW? Rory, honestly, I've lost track of the Bullet. No shit, man. I don't know. I feel like it's all over the place. I feel like there is 45 members, and I've lost track of all of them. So there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's at least 6, 7. Yeah, the former or current Bullet Club members kicking around AEW for sure. Orange Cassidy. What about him? Chris Sabin versus Brian Keith. Chris Sabin replaces Josh Alexander tonight. All right, okay. Damien on it. Thank you, Damien. So this match kicking off. Hot Sauce getting a little bit of the best of Danny to start off. But hi there, guys. I'm watching WrestleMania 39 number 1. There you go, bud. You're going to enjoy it. Don't watch the second one. Part 2 is not nearly as good as part 1. Spoiler alert. Okay, let me decide what screens I'm putting shit on. I guess for now, I can put this here. Let me see, watch live. So, ladies and gentlemen, I got Jessica Havoc in the ring. And I'm a big fan of Jessica Havoc. This is a lady, I think she does great in Impact. And in all due respect to Impact, I think Jessica Havoc is at a point in her career where she could move up to any of the major 2 and have an impact. She's outstanding. She's comfortable with the mic. She's opening the show tonight just as the MC. Obviously, we know her connections to Sami Callihan, who, if you guys didn't know, that's what Wrestling Revolver is. Hot Sauce now messing around with Daniel Garcia. Not at all. Not to kick off anyway. What's up, Bodo? How you doing, buddy? How many Bullet Clubs guys are in Impact? Well, it was 4, but Jay White left, so it kind of left behind Chris Bay and Ace Austin. There's someone else, though. Who am I missing, guys? But there's at least 3 or 4 current, former Bullet Club members kicking around. That's what I mean. That's kind of what happened in the Bullet Club was they fractured so much that you kind of lost track of them all. And you didn't know who was in, who was not. They're like, oh, they're not Bullet Club, and they're wearing Bullet Club t-shirts. All right, the unit. The unit feels very, very, oh, sorry. The unit's coming out and Homeboy just talking. JT Dunn got something to say. So as per a new report, Jay White signed before Mania weekend to a multi-year deal, and WWE didn't have much communication since January. Yeah, here's the funniest part about life. These funny things called coincidences and this amazingly fucked up thing called the internet. So when these two things come together, people just connect dots like motherfuckers. They can't help themselves. It's one's got to equal 2. And that's kind of what happens is, oh, sorry. Daniel Garcia pretends to go into the ring for like a table. The crowd cheers and he comes up with the old birds. Sorry, not tonight. So yeah, what I was saying about that is there's a few things that happen. And people, I think, sometimes don't realize how real life works, how real business works. Mergers. Like people are like, this merger happened and then all these things are going to happen and this is going to happen. You know, a merger takes a minute. Like people, I saw a report come out today. There might be layoffs. There's probably going to be layoffs because I don't know if y'all ever worked in a company that merged with another company, but generally you end up with redundancies. You end up with two, accounts payable people and 2 accounts receivable people and 2 marketers. Like there will be some type of dissolving to the company because they're not going to double up across the board. Anything that they feel that they can economize and make more efficient, they're going to do it. Now, my point of all that long-winded wordness was that, yeah, Jay White, like people act like Jay White was sitting at home and Cody Rhodes lost Mania Night 2 and he picked up the phone and called Tony. Or he watched Monday Night Raw and was like, Vince is back? Call Tony. It's like FTR. Same thing. Oh, FTR went that way because of Vince. They had their mind made up well before Mania. They told us, we have our mind made up. We know what we're doing. They were never leaving AEW because Tony was the biggest mark in the field. And they know even if Tony doesn't book them, they're going to make real big bank. And they'll get their big moments, like they'll get to wrestle at Wembley, but their schedule is going to be light as fuck. They're going to be home a lot, making big money. So good for them. So people, again, it's very easy to connect dots and make, oh, that must have meant this. No, but there's a process to it. Just like where FTR was like, we're thinking about going home. That's tampering. If that was true, it's tampering. You can't do that while you're under. Oh, well, we think we're just going to jump ship. That's you can't do that while you're contractually obligated to one place or another. So, yes, the rumors, the speculation. We got to remember, as fans, we don't know shit. We can guess, we can speculate, and I will not be one of the podcasters that grab a microphone and start acting like I know, like I'm in the boardroom with everybody. I'll give you a guess. I'll give you my hypothesis. I'll give you a theory, not Austin, but I'll give you a theory. And it might be right, it might not be. But I know Jay White didn't watch Monday Night Raw and call Tony and say, I'll see you on Wednesday. It's not. It can't be. Things, things got to be worked out. Now, if anybody can do crazy shit, it's Tony because he circumvents everything for a lot of reasons. Here comes Willow, the happiest person in wrestling. Feels like the Bullet Club lost all meaning a long time ago. Well, I mean, they lost really big names, right? So how many times can you revamp the Bullet Club and it still matter, right? And you know what? They've had some good leaders, don't get me wrong, but you had AJ Styles, you had Finn Balor, you had these big names that are no longer there. Jay White, when he took over, wasn't really a big name yet. He was getting there. So it had a little less notoriety. And then you look at some of the people surrounding him, like some of us schmarks know who he is or who they are, but most people don't. I missed who Willow's fighting. We'll get back to that. Oh, Myron Reed for the win. There you go. So we got Myron Reed against JT Dunn on Wrestling Revolver right now, and I have Willow gonna beat a jobber. Do keep in mind, Impact will be on in about 5 and 7 minutes. What's up, Chambers? How you doing, buddy? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I knew it all. That Jay White to WWE talk was work. It wasn't a work, C-Money. I think he was highly considering it. And yeah, so again, you got to imagine in a real business world, it's not like trying to date somebody, like they're blowing up his DMs. Like, do you want to sign? 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 No, they talk to him. They put it out there, say we'd be very interested. And I'm sure, as we went along here, he made his choice. Now, could Vince's presence, if wrestlers within the WWE are telling their friends, like, shit, we think Vince is around. This is, oh my God. Myron Reed just took a tombstone on the apron and it looked awful. I don't like Daniel Garcia. I don't like him either, but he won. Willow with the huge pounce. Straps down. Yeah, absolutely. And you always see it. Who's the leader of all these stories, guys? It's almost like a sing along now. We all know the answers. Say it after me. Meltzer. By the way, Willow with a big win, big pretty smile, looking great, looking good, big W. She having fun. I mean, people smashing her for being too babyface. It's the weirdest shit. It's like telling Dusty Rhodes to stop being so happy-go-lucky and babyface. Wow. Spike pile driver. What is happening in this match? He just got up. Oh! Myron Reed. I know people probably are not watching this, and if you're tuning into Wrestling Revolver right now, good on you. You're my people. But wrestling, Myron Reed just jumped over the top rope, grabbed JT from the apron, and stunned him on the floor. Yet he just got eaten with a discus elbow in the back of the head. How do you lose? Wait, time out. I'll get back to that. Jay White in AEW, just common sense. I think so. I mean, would he have been hey? Sorry, I'm distracted completely right now. One of my favorite tag teams in all of wrestling. We got the Righteous. Vincent and Dutch. I mean, they made a buzz when they were seen on NXT, but here they are back in Ring of Honor. And I think that's if they were rumored to be a part of some Wyatt Six, and that is no longer a thing, here they are. Back to my point about the rumors. You see Meltzer all the time. And listen, I'm begging guys like Ringside. I think it's Ringside News that does it a lot, but there's quite a few bullshit fucking Instagram pages and web pages. They literally take Meltzer's words, like he's just talking, and they turn it into headlines like it's fact. The Even Stevens. So the Righteous are taking on the Even Stevens, who are rocking plaid sweater vests. They should be fucking lackeys for MJF. Here comes Alex Shelley on Wrestling Revolver, by the way. Wow, Notorious Mimi is wood. Okay. I got you. Took me a second. Impact. Yes, Impact will 2 minutes to Impact. 2 minutes to Impact. We'll start talking about Impact. And my friend Luna should be by. But to Excalibur's point, Jay White signed with AEW before the weekend, but all weekend long, the dirt sheets were reporting that Jay White's debut, Meltzer worked them all. Abso-fucking-lutely. And then what he says is he'll feed you a bunch of fucking bullshit. And when you stop him and say, hey, that's gross, that's bullshit, he'll go, oh, I just thought. I'm sorry. Here's some more bullshit. And that's how it works with him. It's all clickbait. But I don't know when Meltzer's fucking... It's like people quoting the nonsense that I say on here, and then tomorrow you wake up and it's a quote. You know, AEW only going to sell 30,000 tickets to Wembley. Quote. Like, how's that? Like, that's all they're doing. This guy isn't even trying to get quoted, so I will forgive him on that regard. It's not like he's telling people, hey, take this and run with it. But fuck, man, they chop up his podcast and just turn it into bullshit clickbait headlines. It's fucking annoying. But he does it. He does it every time. He knows, oh, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. Oh, my sources say he changed his mind. Oh, I heard it was Vince scared him away. Oh, that's interesting. Because the people inside the building didn't even fucking know what Vince was going to do. Right? One of the people that, oh, Vince is back, but he never left. Yeah, he's one of those. Alex Shelley's got a microphone, cutting a promo, and the Righteous take about 6 seconds to get rid of Even Stevens and their fucking sweater vests. So Vincent and Dutch, victorious and back in Ring of Honor. Yes. Yes. Where else? Who did I miss? That sucks that Schism are free agents. They were doing good in Schism with Joe and The Rock's daughter. They weren't though, Chris, I don't think. Unless they weren't happy with the role. I mean, they could have joined Bray. No. I don't think they would have ever joined Bray. And Schism hasn't been great. And like what I've seen, Schism was one of the reasons why I quit NXT when I did, was that it was shit. It was shit. I didn't like anything with Schism. When he was doing like the the political inclusion fucking gimmick, it didn't work. When he got darker, I liked it, but then it just started getting too much. Jake Christ is out here confronting Alex Shelley, and Tony Nese is on his way to the ring. The microphones and the sound on Wrestling Revolver is terrible. Money. Dude was saying last week it was 50-50 between WWE and AEW. He's used as a negotiating ploy. Yeah, he's just used to plugging a narrative. And a lot of people, I thought it was funny because when he recently kind of apologized for stirring up shit between Moxley and Punk, and he said it wasn't the Bucks, he said it wasn't Jericho, he said it wasn't this person. Is it in fact Tony Khan doing this shit? Is Tony Khan deep throat? Pause. Take it where you will. The Righteous for the win? Yeah, that's an easy call. Takashita coming out to take on our buddy Tony Nese. Now let me see. I'm going to click away from Takashita and Tony Nese for a second. Going to go check on Impact Wrestling. And Takeshita's going to beat Tony Nese. We know this, right? Don't even need your prediction. But if you want to make, Brian Keith, it's too bad. Brian Keith has done really well. If you guys aren't that familiar with Brian Keith, go look him up, check him out. But yeah, Jessica Havoc is the ring announcer tonight. There you go. Jessica Havoc on MC duties tonight. Yeah, that's too bad about Josh Alexander. That would have been a banger. No offense to Chris Sabin, but Josh Alexander against the Bounty Hunter would have been excellent. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. All right. What else do we got on the bump? Yeah, did you guys see this shit? Did you see that? Listen, I'm all for it. I'm all for the chaos. I hope when they turn on the lights tomorrow and for SmackDown, that's all we hear. Fire Vince. Fire Vince. I just want to see it. Whether it doesn't even matter what my opinion is. I just like the chaos. Sorry, 1 second. I'm trying to multitask. 3 shows, 1 friendly dude. Here we go. See if I can jump that. Yeah, the bump made me laugh. Nobody cared about Rhea Ripley. Nobody cared about the guests. Nobody cared about the topics. Just fire Vince, fire Vince, fire Vince, fire Vince, fire Vince. Are you saying clickbait in wrestling exists? No. I mean, shit. Are we guilty of it? Maybe. Hey, KJ, do you think Jordan Grace will stop wrestling to pursue bodybuilding full time? And how do you think Charlotte will do? I don't think she will. I don't think she's going to give up wrestling. She might take some sabbaticals and some time away, probably. Jordan Grace has worked extremely hard on her body. It's crazy to think in the time that she went from, where she used to be to now competing in bodybuilding competitions. Crazy. How do I think Charlotte will do? I think she'll do great. I think she's already chiseled and she has long, slender tone, but she's definitely a fitness freak. I think she'll do extremely well in that type of competition. But then again, I don't really know. I see them doing little dances and shit. I don't know what the criteria for points are and shit. Come out and flex. That's all I know. Vince should hire Vince Russo to. No, God, fucking no. The easiest thing you could do for this, to be 100% honest with you, C-Money, like, this is what's killing me about the whole situation. All Vince has to do is fade to the back. Even if he's like in a bud in Triple H's ear telling him everything to do. Just stop being so noticeable. Son of a bitch. Let me see. Missing impact. I'm missing impact. Gonna check on my friend first. Okay. Timing is everything. All right. Let's see. Where are my perks? That didn't sound right, did it? See perks. There we go. Oh, I got 8 minutes. I got 8 minutes to impact. So we're still going. No, she's making faces. That's not a positive one. Chris Sabin for the win. I like it. Good shout. Okay. What else have we got? Vince first signing will be Disco Inferno. I don't think so. Hire Jim Cornette. Just kidding. Do it. Fucking do it. But he wouldn't take the job if you gave it to him. I really want Jim Cornette to take on that role because I just want to see what he does. I want to sit back and critique Jim Cornette the way he critiques everyone else. That's what I want to do. But granted, I mean, he kind of earned it. I haven't. All right. We got a thumbs up. Without further ado, the Canadian Gem.
Hi. How's it going, y'all?
How are you?
I was actually just trying to figure out why I'm late because The Cure just added another show in Toronto and I didn't get tickets the first time. So I'm like trying to figure out my life. Okay. But I'm here.
You're here. You made it. All's well that ends well.
Exactly. So how is Ring of Honor tonight?
Ring of Honor's been good. We just had Tony Nese against Takashka. I was just actually checking on Impact as well. And we got Ring of Wrestling Revolver kicking around. We got people on all the shows.
And also, who is hiring Jim Cornette? Because I came in at a weird time. Nobody. Okay. I got a little nervous. If we're gonna be hiring anybody, it's gonna be Vince Russo. First of all. That's
just for the chaos.
Just always love it.
Just for the chaos. What's up, Wario? How are you?
Wario.
Thank you for the like. Thursdays, I'm in love. What's going on, Trey?
Hey, Trey. Hey. Man, well.
There you go.
Hey, pro wrestling.
All the love.
So, yeah, there's a lot of wrestling stuff. The last time I saw you was WrestleMania Night 2.
Yes, you stopped in on that wonderful night for a little while, which bled into Monday. So, yeah, the wrestling world's been insane lately. And I mean, even just like other side stories going on in the wrestling world, like it's a lot and it's a lot of mess.
It's a lot of mess. I mean, I've been spending a lot of time on the Vicky Guerrero situation. Not going to get into it, but yeah, that has just like been crazy. And then the Endeavor thing with Vince McMahon.
Vincenze?
I've been calling him Wario all week because he literally looks like
it's Wario. We found him.
Yeah, there he is. I
like. Hey, Luna, fellow Canadian here. There you go. Some love from Jack.
Yes, Canada. Hook versus Logan Paul.
How did we get there?
I have no idea, but I'm not a big fan of Hook. I've never understood the Hook fascination. No,
I remember when he first showed up and he had his first couple of matches and people want him to be rookie of the year, 2 matches deep.
Yeah.
Like, he's done 3 judo throws and a couple pins. Like, what are we doing, people?
Yeah, I still don't necessarily get it, but I'm just waiting for CM Punk to come back still. I'm on that train. I don't care.
Still, eh?
And like I keep hearing all these people keep talking about him. Like there's a lot of people that say negative shit, obviously. But the good stories that you hear about CM Punk from like FTR or Jade Cargill or Danhausen was just saying like he's been amazing since Danhausen. So I don't know.
I think the problem is that the people with good things to say about Punk don't have Dave Meltzer in their back pocket. That's the difference. So you got guys like Meltzer who just consistently bump out, oh, and you know what else he did? Yeah, thanks, Dave. You're not helping the company get their shit together by any means.
No, exactly. That being said, last night was amazing. That episode was so good.
It was, the best Dynamite in a long time.
I agree. I totally fucking agree. Jay White showed up, and I'm sorry, I don't care. People might drag me for this. But out of all of the WrestleMania entrances, the Gun Club was the best.
Wait, out of all the WrestleMania ones, you're giving it to the Gun Club? Yeah. Okay.
Bro, I've been thinking about that shit all day. Like how they got 50, their outfits, that was like phenomenal.
You know what? I will give you this. I really did like it. I wouldn't say it was my best of WrestleMania, but... it was outstanding. I didn't see it coming, and on a night where they were going to take an L. I mean, what a great entrance for them. I hope they keep that up.
Yeah, me too. And that's the thing. I've seen a lot of people say, I think I'm a fan of the Gun Club now, just from the entrance.
Yeah, they will do that.
So like, love it. Love that for them. Because I've always enjoyed them. So I don't know, whatever. I think they're great. But yeah. And then Hunter Triple H has an announcement tomorrow. Another announcement.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. There's some people that are like, oh, man's just jumping ship at this point, but I don't know.
People kill me. Like he went over to Vince and the crew and said, hey, guys, I want to quit, but can I do it publicly?
Yeah.
And they were like, sure, Friday, you want to start to open the show? Go walk out there, tell everyone you fucking quit. I've been thinking about this a lot. I think the WWE has a fucking opportunity here. Where we all expect Triple H to open the show on Friday. McMahon opens the show, walks out to some of the biggest nuclear heat you've ever seen. Chat rooms, Reddit, fucking nerds' heads will be exploding. Mom's basements everywhere will be a mess. And then you have Triple H, Vince comes in and says, I'm not going anywhere. Fuck yeah, it's my company. Ha ha ha. And then Triple H comes out and says, wait a minute, old man. I'm sick of your shit. I ran this company better than you. And then we go from there. Maybe Cody's with Triple H, Brock's with Vince. Let's build it a little. Capitalize on drama.
Maybe that's why he has the fucking weird mustache. Maybe this is all just storyline. I love it. I actually love this idea.
Right? Come back as a villain.
He's already been accused of all this stuff. Let's be completely honest. Nobody's going to stop fucking watching the WWE no matter what he did. So, you might as well just throw him out there and make him the biggest asshole, Yeah.
Between Monday and Tuesday, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people tweeted and posted how I'm going to AEW. I'm done with WWE. I'm going to AEW. And then AEW does 877,000 viewers.
Oh, that's the thing, right?
Where did y'all go? Did you not come?
That's the thing. It doesn't matter. He could literally, that man could do whatever he wants. Nobody
it really does
cares.
feel that way, yeah.
Yeah. It feels a little grimy, on the teeth, but it is what it is, I guess. I'm probably going to tune in to see what Hunter says too, It's... Oh man!
There we go. I'd remind the fans that are if you're watching Wrestling Revolver right now, I was trying to figure out what show I want to talk about. If you're watching Wrestling Revolver right now, our buddies from the DW are actually sitting right next to the entrance ramp, so maybe we'll catch them. But we have Impact. We haven't mentioned Impact at all.
Oh
for
no.
Impact.
I'm just yeah. And it's gonna be so good. We got Eddie Edwards and PCO.
Yes.
The Motor City Machine Guns and that tag team M. Oh fuck, what are they called? I can't remember. The other tag team with all the letters.
TMDK
There you go. Thank you very much.
or TDMK. One of the two.
Know. It just reminds me.
Sorry.
I don't know. There's too many fucking letters. I can never remember all these things.
Okay. I don't care if Monday blue, Tuesday's gray, and Wednesday 2, Thursday Impact with Luna, because Thursday I'm in love. There you go. There you go.
That's a whole song.
That was a little bit of a sonnet for you.
Chris, the Vicky Guerrero. Yeah, it's weird because here's the thing about Vicky Guerrero is I've always been a huge fan of hers because I think she was nutty. But I started following her recently because she does like scrapbooking. And I was like, oh, this is a cute old lady thing to do. And then all of a sudden this comes out of fucking nowhere and like, oh my God, it is nuts. Who knew?
Oh, it's that. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna hold off my opinion, especially being the male in the conversation. I gotta be very mindful of what I say publicly. No, but I mean, it's look. All I can say is this: there's nothing more important in this world than your kids, and that should be everybody's priority. Period. I don't know what the situation is or what happened, but your kids come first. And if you don't stand in front of a truck for your children, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. 100%. That's all you really have to say. I personally we're in a day and age now where you can't always believe a victim 100% out of the gate because of things that happen. So it's like there have been people that have gotten their lives ruined over accusations like this. That being said, when you have 3 other of her family members saying this did happen, it starts to get a little stickier. But regardless, like you said, like even if you're not going to believe Joe Schmo, Miss, I don't know, Brenda, that a man SA'd her. But when your kids come to you and say that and you don't do anything about it, you always go into it with your kids like believing them, right? So I don't know. It's all just gross. It's all.
It's unfortunate. It's sad. I mean, it really is sad. I mean, obviously, the loss of Eddie, losing the father in the family is never an easy thing. And you know what? I don't envy their position.
No.
I don't like to judge because I'm not perfect and I don't know the full story. But really, again, it's just real unfortunate, real kind of slimy shit.
Yeah. And that's one more thing about it. Like, I didn't want to get involved in it because, like you said, it's none of our business at the end of the day. I think she felt like she needed to say something to heal. And that's her prerogative. That's her story.
She made a bad choice. She took a wrong turn.
Who?
Vicky should have shut her fucking mouth.
But that's the thing. As soon as Vicky came out and started blasting her, never once did she say he didn't do it. No. And then it came out by both of her sisters and Chavo that they've been like knew about it or they were helping her through it. It just kind of looks like as like a broad thing that she was placing blame on a victim for mental health, drinking, and being promiscuous. And just as like people that are actually victims doing that to your own daughter on a public platform with millions of followers, absolutely not. Now you've made it like a bigger issue than it was, right? Now you're making it victim blaming, and it's
right or wrong. What the truth is or not the truth is, I guarantee going to social media to air your grievances is not the place to do it. And you see it all the time with people who just, I love the couples who like fucking hate each other for a few days on Facebook and then they're like back together and you're like, weren't y'all publicly breaking up? And then,
and then they like move their Facebook status to it's complicated while they're fighting.
Fuck out of here.
It's so weird. But
I don't
know. I mean, it's never good, especially, I don't know. Yeah, you don't go online, right? That's not going to diffuse any situation and make your mom want to talk to you more anyways. So, I don't know. Whatever.
Right. I think X Murder, the guy here, he just made a comment I wanted to click on because I thought it was great. And it actually didn't make me like, it kind of made me stop and think, oh, maybe. There it is. X Murder. Mulder, not murder. Sorry, my bad. Bring in Goldberg for one off, one off for Wembley. Yeah, that would be what you do.
If you're going to bring in Goldberg, that's the time for sure.
Chris Jericho, Bill Goldberg, in what's going to be a horribly sloppy match.
Yeah.
But, they can sell it like 3 decades in the making. Finally, the match that Goldberg dodged for years.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Goldberg, but he's going to put asses in the seats,
If you want to try and sell 90,000 tickets, Bill Goldberg would be a good name to help.
Absolutely.
Genius. Do I like Goldberg? No. Do I want to see Goldberg? No. His entrance in Wembley would be probably pretty cool, though.
Oh, for sure.
Why is my shit not working? Stop cooperating. Let's see what's going on in the shows real quick. What do you got on Impact?
We got the tag match with the whatever the letters are of their name from Japan and Motor City Machine Guns.
There you go. So, folks, if you want to make a prediction there, this one's interesting because Motor City's taking some losses. And I got Alex Shelley on the other show in the main event tonight. So, double duty for a lot of these guys.
On Revolver, yeah?
Yeah.
And tonight, I can't wait for Eddie Edwards and PCO. Can't wait. And Josh Alexander is going to be relinquishing his world title tonight, so that's going to be a cry.
Very sad. Very good talent.
So sad, and he just came back like last year, right? So.
Yep.
Ugh.
All right. Sorry. Pulling Revolver back up real quick.
Steve Macklin, Dion Purrazzo for the win.
Yes, we got a couples match tonight on Wrestling Revolver where we got Deonna Purrazzo against Mike Bailey and his wife as well. So that should be a good match.
I got to start getting into Revolver. Is it worth it?
Yeah, I mean, they don't do a whole lot of shows. They started to pick up. They're doing this like Thursday thing lately where we've done a couple Thursdays, but it's definitely worth it because it's all your faves, right? I almost called him Cammy Salahan. Cammy Callahan's gig, right? So tonight, Jessica Havoc's doing the ring announcing. You have a lot of the familiar faces, as far as like Deonna Purrazzo is here tonight with Steve Macklin going up against Mike Bailey, who we're going to see on this show against Gresham tonight. So there's definitely a big Impact vibe to it, but then you get a couple, you get some of the indie, some of the indie regulars scattered in there too, an Alley Catch, and the likes of Hot Sauce. Oh no, Hot Sauce was Ring of Honor tonight. I'm confusing up my shows.
Too many things. So Ring of Honor tonight. Is there any Eddie Kingston? What's going on with Eddie Kingston?
I haven't heard or seen anything from or about Eddie Kingston yet.
Rude.
I thought like it was funny. Mark Briscoe lost, and he had his family, and it was long and drawn out. And I'm like, maybe this guy's like saying goodbye. He's here wrestling tonight. I don't know what that means, but he got a win tonight. So, and right now I got Athena going up against Yamashita. There you go. The Michigan Love.
Hey. So, would Goldberg have his entrance music outside WWE? I don't think so.
I don't know, but Tony loves spending money. So if there's a way, even if you could give you just need it to be close. And then for those who are like, what's this music? Just show Goldberg in the back doing his walkthrough.
Yeah.
Right?
Just in
Right?
case you were unaware, this is.
For the visual, right?
Yeah,
Goldberg
I
walking
think
his
like
toes.
with Goldberg though, you could do just about. You're right. Like with the Roman Reigns entrance from WrestleMania, I had no fucking idea who that was.
Right.
On the pianos. I don't
Mhm.
know. I think when you have a big enough star like that, you could just get it close enough.
Yeah, especially when like what you would do, like obviously, if you're gonna bring Goldberg in for a one-off, you would tell us. It's not gonna be a surprise.
Yeah, that
Because you
would be.
need,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh shit, wait a minute. So Macklin makes out with Deanna, and then to up them, Bailey kisses his wife with the referee. So they get a little three-way kissy going. And the young lady who's reffing is quite blushy right now. So point goes to Mike Bailey on that one. Sorry, Mike.
Seriously, smart man.
Yeah, just grabbed the ref and dragged her into it. So
Oh
got a little
man.
speedball sandwich going on.
Oh, I like that man more and more every day.
Man, the nicest smile in wrestling, even with that mouth guard, because he never takes it out.
Oh no, he doesn't.
With Goldberg,
Athena.
oh sorry, the main event of Ring of Honor is Athena. Yeah, I'm watching it right now, so that will wrap up, and I'll put more attention on Impact. But yeah, Ring of Honor's Women's Championship. So I don't expect Athena to lose anytime soon, guys.
No.
Spoiler alert.
How's tonight's episode up to this point?
A Ring of Honor?
Yeah.
It's solid. It's enjoyable. Nothing. This week's very like meh, but the wrestling matches are really good. A really nice, solid show. Enjoyable, but nothing ground like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened. It's just match.
Shane Taylor was on tonight, wasn't he?
Yes, he opened the show.
Oh my, no way.
He opened the show.
It's like all these guys that I loved in Ring of Honor before they closed down that I'm forgetting about them, and then they come back. It's making me so happy.
Yeah, we saw Shane make his return recently, and yeah, he actually took the loss. He was with the Workhorsemen. Yeah, don't ask.
Yeah.
And they lost to the Lucha Bros and Mark Briscoe. So
sad. But the Motor City Machine Guns just won. So
there you go. So if you had Motor City Machine Guns on your bingo card, you get a point.
And they keep their little schnazzy belts from Japan.
That's true. I feel like everybody has fucking belts right now. It's crazy. Everybody's got a belt.
So, my girlfriend is Ella Tun.
Guys, my girlfriend is Ella Tun. Okay.
Well, nice to meet you guys. If AEW gets Goldberg, if AEW gets Goldberg for a match, TK could always buy the rights to Megadeth theme from WCW.
Fair enough.
I actually don't mind that. And also, I want to know how much TK spent on that 50 Cent song. Because if he's going to do that, I mean, I'm sure he'd buy the rights to fucking Megadeth, you know?
Well, that's what was fucking funny as hell, because, like, he's done it several times, right? He bought Jane for OC, and I guess some of them he's got a multi-use contract with it, but other ones might be one-offs. We've seen some of them be one-offs, but it's so funny to see the song, like even Carry On My Wayward Son with the Bucks and shit, which has been excellent as a
I love it. Yeah.
Kudos to them. But and Wild Thing, they had to buy 2 Wild Things because they bought the wrong one the first time.
Did they actually?
Yeah.
What?
Try again, guys. But
imagine having that much money that you're like, yeah, whatever, just pick the last one.
Buy one. Let's go. Can we get out of here? But when Brian was coming back, he tried to get Final Countdown, I believe, and Journey wanted.
Right.
He was like, no, that's too much money. How much the fuck did they want? That Tony was like, nah. It's just not reasonable. Jesus Christ.
Oh man. But I feel like his dad has to have connections with some of these people, right? To get discounts. Right? I don't know.
Right. I'm sure there's a little bit of negotiating of like, we'll give you season tickets to the Jags. And they're like, no. No, do better.
Oh, Scott D'Amore is here.
Well, that's amazing.
Like, I love Scott D'Amore. And
Yeah.
oh my God, his Canadian
Destroyer
at the last pay-per-view was fucking insane.
Dude,
holy
Luna,
shit.
I popped huge. Because they didn't expect him to come out, but for him to hit a Destroyer, we're like, yeah, buddy.
Yeah. But I miss Santino.
Yeah, but is Santino leaving? Is that what this means? Or
I hope not.
Edge using Slayer at WrestleMania 39 was awesome. Yes, it was.
That was super cool. That's why, because I popped in because I wanted to see Gangrel and Christian, but it didn't happen.
You were quite bummed out.
I was so bummed.
Didn't even get Gangrel. We just got mirrored Edge.
I for sure was like 100% positive Gangrel was at least going to be there.
Right?
But
no such luck on this particular evening. I found, well, I mean, I know, Finn's head getting busted open is out of everyone's control. But I found like Edge's entrance was like, all right, didn't really care. Like, yeah, a lot of flames. It was cool. Slayer's cool. But I think like I didn't find Finn's entrance overly like dramatic or anything. Like, remember you used to get like
the little hand things and they like slowed down the camera. It was corny as hell. Like that was like you went to the Party City and got those little smoke hand thing. It was bad. It wasn't good. I did not love it. But I love Finn Balor or Demon Finn or Demon, whatever the fuck he wants to be called. I love him, but to have him lose still makes no sense to me. No. Didn't make a lot of sense, but
no, it makes me mad. It really does because the Demon was a real cool attraction for a long time. Mm-hmm. And two attempts in the WWE and twice he's looked pretty fucking dumb. Like it really ended up looking dumb. Like, Edge hits him over the head with the chair or whatever, and then he just sticks his tongue at him and growls, and you're like, okay, are you gonna fight back? Then he ends up losing. You're like,
what is this?
The Demon lost to this average dude.
Just this dude, like in his Winnie the Pooh disco mask. I just didn't get it, and like, I get that this is gonna be Edge's last Mania. It's his last one. He's going to be retiring in Toronto in September, something. August, September. And you could see how emotionally he was when everybody was cheering for him and stuff, but still, like, I don't know.
No, I mean, it was, and I just remember, like, I feel like in the past, the Demon's entrance was very, like, you get like the heartbeat and like you build up fans, but then it just like this one was just like, okay, it's Finn with different makeup and you said the glow sticks and shit, and then the colorful kendo sticks.
Like it gave me. I used to go to a lot of raves, and we'd go to something called dark raves all the time. It's just like goth music, and people like. There was this one day that me and my friends went and they dropped some acid. And they were freaking the fuck out. And they were like, there's a werewolf chasing us. And I was like, there's no fucking werewolf here. You just high off your face. And I turned around and there was a dude with glow sticks dressed up as a werewolf. And I'm like, this is not fucking happening. While like Depeche Mode is playing in the background. That was the same vibe. It's like, oh, there's a man dressed as a fucking monster behind you. And he's just standing there with these like, oh, that's the same vibe. It was like you spent $30 on your costume and you just showed up, Over it. Didn't like it. No points for our man Finn. That was a long story for no reason.
Hey, we're good with that. Mick says, everybody Mick's back saying hello.
Hey, Mick.
It would be better entrance at night. Yeah, I mean, that's always been a trick with some of the big stadium shows during the day. Like, I don't love it. I do like when it's under a roof and you can really get the lighting going and stuff like that. Hey Jack, some love for each other. Everyone's doing great. Daniel Price. The Slayer song was South of Heaven. True story. And to the guys who brought up Goldberg, just know Crush 'em is one of the most god awful Megadeth songs. There you go. I like it. I like what you have to say. That's too funny.
You know what? I kind of liked Edge's entrance, but they shouldn't have said it was going to be like the Brood Edge, you know, because it wasn't.
Well, yeah,
That was
you
the
kind of
only
implied
thing.
it, and again, it was very like just a lot of fire, and they gave him a mirroring. Like, I don't even know how that like the head thing tied into his character. Like, what? Why? Like, did
I
anyone
don't
else
know.
get it? Did I miss the point?
No, not at all. It made no sense. He had like a creepier mask with the wings. It would have looked amazing.
Yeah,
I think it would have looked really cool, but
yeah. He just did like the I am Batman. It was really
it is Gresham versus Mike Bailey right now. Mike
yes.
Bailey is so this is their second match, third
No,
match,
third. This is third.
third match because they had
Gresham,
one in Impact and then they had one somewhere else, right?
they had one on in GCW as well. So,
Right.
and I haven't loved what they've done together.
Me either. I don't know. I'm not a huge Gresham fan though, to be honest.
It's true. Like I think he's an
Again,
acquired taste.
yeah, he's good. It just he doesn't really interest me all that much.
Well, that's the problem with him. He doesn't get over for that reason.
No. But speaking of Gresham, if you follow his wife Jordan Grace on the interwebs,
Yes, we do.
on the Twitters, did you see her at her bodybuilding show? And she won literally everything. Like she won
Everything, all the
overall.
things.
Oh my, good for her. She looks fucking phenomenal. And now every time you see a post from her, she's just sitting there eating pizza and stuff. Like mood. I love it.
Get on there, Willard. That'd be fun. I'd be totally down.
Ooh.
All right.
There's been Chris Jericho was on that. Liv Morgan was on it, wasn't she?
No, Alexa Bliss.
Oh.
Chris Jericho was the best on Masked Singer because the minute he opened his mouth, everyone was like, Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
You can't fake that voice.
No, it's very yeah.
Right?
You
like,
can tell.
Shit. That's definitely Jericho. I hear Jericho all day long. Oh, I wish my shit would come back on. Let's go.
Oh. And for some reason, Trey Miguel joined commentary. Oh, is this
Oh, the winner gets shot at him at Rebellion.
Right.
So you're probably going to get Mike Bailey versus Trey Miguel. That'll be pretty fun.
I'm okay with that.
I hope they don't make Gresham the X Division champion.
Oh God.
It's the opposite of what you should be doing.
So Rebellion so far, that's the show I'm going to.
Yes.
And so far I'm not even getting Josh Alexander anymore.
That's heartbreaking.
It's Kushida versus Steve Macklin, which you know
will be good.
Will be good, but not what I was looking forward to.
No.
But you know, it's gonna be great. I am getting Bully Ray versus Tommy Dreamer.
True.
So that's
have fun with that. Hey, listen, if you're sitting, I know you're sitting kind of close.
I'm in the front row.
That you pull the sheet up or something when he goes by, so you don't get any grease on you. You don't want to stain your shirt.
I also don't want to laugh. Like I'm gonna laugh during that match. You're gonna see me in the crowd. Like
I hope so.
Oh, what else am I getting? Oh, I'm getting Deonna Purrazzo versus Jordan Grace.
Yes.
And then Mickie James if she's cleared. If I get that three-way, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
So if she can't compete, she relinquishes the title and that will become a title match. But either way, it's going to be a really good match.
Yeah, either way. I'd love to see all three of them. But yeah, even if she can't come back, just the two of them will be great.
Mm-hmm. And Deonna had an amazing run in 2022, collecting belts, kind of the way that Taya Valkyrie was doing the same thing, just collecting belts.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I just can't get into these two together. I really hope I really hope Mike Bailey wins because Trey Miguel versus Mike Bailey. Excuse me. By the way, this is
Oh.
very fucking rude, but I have not seen Crazy Steven in like 2 weeks. Like, what's going on?
I was like, uh-oh. Yeah, I love the fact that you call him Crazy Steven. It's my favorite.
Why?
That's Steven.
That's Steven. It's my bud Steven.
Right. All right, now I'm getting just to give everyone an up-to-date update. Now, Damien, who won the couples match? I think Deanna and Macklin did as I was resetting my stuff, but I didn't catch it. So if anyone's watching Wrestling Revolver, let me know who won that match. But right now we got a scramble coming up. Gringo Loco on the way to the ring. This is going to be fun. Friend of the show and our buddy Cole Radrick, who was mad at us once upon a time.
Why was he mad at you? What did you do?
We crack wise quite a bit. So he was never mad. He was all tongue in cheek, and then he ended up coming on for an interview because he liked us. So all's well that ends well. But it started off with like, "Hey, did you say that about me?" Nick was like, "My bad." Right.
I feel like Nick gets himself into a lot of trouble, just from our short conversation on the weekend. Feel like that's a thing Nick does. Oh, God. But yeah, I'm going to need some Crazy Steven or Sami Callihan or Diener at Rebellion to kind of make up for what's going on here.
Yeah, I wonder if Design will be doing something. Infrared on the way to the ring. Now, I got one last. I'm back to where I needed to be. Okay.
Oh, it's going to be a 3-way, isn't it? So Trey Miguel just interrupted the match.
Okay.
So they rang the bell. Nobody won. And yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be a 3-way at Rebellion now between these three, which I will also take that. That'll be okay.
See, that's okay for me. And listen, one of the best matches I saw with Gresham was when he took on Jay Lethal at Final Battle, when we thought Ring of Honor was gone forever. All the wrestlers came around the ring, a very emotional night. He can deliver a good match, but he wants to be so technical. It's not like, I mean, he's a good technical wrestler, but he's got to show some shine, some charisma. I mean, that's what to me, he lacks charisma.
I think that's it. Like I love all three of the other tall guy, Krog.
You know when you know the answer, but then the other person makes you think what they thought.
Yeah.
It's not Victor. It's the other one of a. See, you got me all fucked up. You got Alan Angels.
Diener, Sami Callihan,
Big Con.
Big Con.
Like, I wanted to call him Kron so bad.
Kron's here. I have a feeling whatever's going on between Sami Callihan, Diener, and all of them is going to kind of blow up at Rebellion. I have a feeling.
Yes, it should. At some point, Sammy's got to snap. They're fucking with him every week.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if he's in a match, they cause him to lose it. If he's not in the match, they make him be in the match. If he doesn't want anything to do with anything, they still find a way to shit on him every week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they made him shave his head.
They shaved his head. He's not happy.
How many more? Oh, yeah, not... What day is it today? It's fucking Thursday. Not next weekend, but the weekend after is Rebellion, I believe. Right?
Next Friday, isn't it?
It's on a Sunday.
Oh,
thank God.
So that would be... Oh, yeah, right. I thought it was on a Friday.
Nope.
There you go. That's much better.
Yeah, I think they're going to start doing that moving forward after Rebellion. They're going to be on Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah, like
Thank God.
Thank God. Even from a standpoint of what we do here, I mean, I'm really getting fed up with these Thursday and Friday fucking shows on top of everything else. Like, shit. There's your buddy Santino.
Okay, I'm so happy.
He's giving Trey and oh wait.
Oh, Dirty Dango's here.
Did you find it funny that Mike Bailey and Gresham found themselves in street clothes real quick?
Yeah, that was real
Were
quick.
they not just in the ring?
Yeah, seriously.
Go gadget, were they fucking into the phone booth?
Jonathan Gresham is so cute. You don't realize how like little he is. It's not a bad thing. It's just
He's
like
so little.
yeah. But he could probably bench press all of these people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's all perspective here.
It's true.
But I didn't get my fucking Dirty Dango shirt for the show. Very upset. Very upsetting.
So Dango's now like the semi-forced upon assistant of Santino.
Pretty much. Like, poor guy. They need to set him up with Joe Hendry more permanently. Yeah. Because that was phenomenal.
I will happily take more of that duo. They were outstanding.
Oh yeah, Jody Threat is here tonight.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she just signed with Impact.
Jody Threat in the house. An indie darling herself.
Yeah, she like one of my really longtime clients is like her best friend.
Nice.
And she would always tell me about all the stuff that she was doing.
Nice.
Oh, she's intense. Oh my God. She's so chaotic.
No way. They named the girl Terra Rising. Like Paul Levesque Terra Rising. That is amazing. It's Terra Rising, which
that's a really
come on,
good,
chat. Hook me up right
now. That's a good name.
Jody Threat is having a match against a woman named Terra Rising.
That is how has nobody ever thought of that before? Like,
well, that
seriously.
was what Triple H started as. That was Triple H's original ring name was Terra Rising.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
That's true. So look, people in the chat. Paul Levesque.
Terra, I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's why it was even funnier.
Oh my God. That's a good name though. That's a
right.
Really...
Triple H having a tough week. Even Impact taking a pot shot at him. Oh shit.
Oh man.
Who are they showing in the back there, Luna? Someone's down. Is that Dreams? It looks like Tommy. No, is it Santino?
Oh, it's Santino.
Oh, it's Santino.
What happened?
He's so crazy. He spells it with two Z's. April 16th. So is that not next Sunday? A week Sunday?
Really? Yeah. What number day is it today? It's April
6th. Tomorrow's the 7th.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's exciting. So soon. God, I hate to be one of those old people that says time's just flying, but it is. I didn't know it was that soon. Sorry, guys. I'm not that stupid. Jody Threat for the win. Yeah, she's going to win. She just signed. Yeah. They better sign this girl just for her name. They gotta. Like, who? Do you know who she is? Terra Rising? Have you ever seen her before? Oh my God!
Oh, she's just local enhancement talent. Did Athena retain the Ring of Honor Women's Championship? Yes, she did, Damian. Big win. That was actually a really good match. One of my favorite matches of Ring of Honor was Yumi going up against Athena. Big win for Athena. She's done well as just being the Ring of Honor champion. She's got 3 or 4 wins now. Roddy Daddy off a ladder. There's too much happening. We got literally chairs, ladders, the aprons pulled up. It's I think they might have called it. I don't think it's a death match scramble, but a death scramble. Or
is that Revolver?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Right now we're doing a scramble match, and there's a bunch of people in it. Oh, that hurts the butt. And then he ate a chair.
Oh my God, Jody Threat's crazy.
Oh, why did I click on that? I'll never call Mike full Mike. It's AI to me. Okay. Jody Threat for the win. Gringo Loco for the win. Nice, Damien. I'll take my boy. I'll take my buddy, Ratty.
Jody Threat for the win. She did indeed win.
Oh,
good for her.
Who jumped Santino?
I know. Can we go back to that?
Yeah, there's Scott.
Oh, do you think it was Scott? Was it Scott?
Could you imagine? Scott had him take that. That's the story. Is Scott doesn't make Santino? Up and over. Johnny Bravo with the neck breaker on Gringo Loco. There you go. So, folks, if you were just tuning in, I'm KJ White. That's Luna Havoc. We've been live for about 2 hours right now, and we're rolling through. We have Impact on. I also have Wrestling Revolver in the background. We're trying to figure out what happened. Santino Marella was jumped. Dun, dun, dun. Who done it? We don't know. Fandango's on it, though, apparently.
Fandango's on the case.
And right now, Wrestling Revolver has I think it's a 6-man scramble with ladders, chairs, and absolute chaos. So if you're watching either, let us know what you think. Let us know how you feel. Anything else on your wrestling mind, fill up that chat. Keep it coming, folks.
Yeah, fill up the chat with who acknowledges the tribal chief now.
Oh, who still acknowledge? I'll put a thumb up for that. Luna trying to cause trouble.
Always.
I like it.
But yeah, I was right. Sorry. Yeah.
True.
I was right. I don't know what's going to happen with Cody now. If this is just part of the story.
It is.
And I said this earlier on my live that middle finger from Brock just felt a little too personal to me. You know, like it just felt very like, I don't know.
I feel like it was like on behalf of Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Yeah, it felt very that.
Fuck all y'all.
For taking a sledgehammer to my throne from Triple H, you know, like.
Yeah, I'm really curious. I mean, I feel like tomorrow SmackDown is one of the most anticipated SmackDowns in a long, long time for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
The SmackDown after Mania, and everyone's like, we hate this company.
Oh my God. Did you see all this stuff? Like, what's his name? Seth Rollins came out and they like changed it. So I guess it was like during a commercial break or something.
Yes.
A fan took it and he got really pissed off, started singing his song and like whipped the mic. Was not a good look.
I did not see that.
He was like talking to somebody off. They were handing them pieces of paper. I don't know, producers or whatever the fuck they were. He goes, talks to them. He comes back, starts like, and then just like whips his mic so far and then just fucking books it out of there. I was like, my God. Also, because wrestling is fucking messy this week. I don't know if you heard what happened in Giselle Shaw at WrestleCon, but oh my God, fuck that guy.
Well, here's the simple thing. I don't give a fuck what your opinion is, how you feel about things. People need to learn to shut the fuck up and keep it to themselves. And that's it. Just live and let live, people. I mean, I don't give a fuck what you do in your life. Just don't fuck up my day. And if you can keep it that way, great. We have way bigger problems on this planet right now beyond the shit that we continually argue about. And I'm not getting into it. We don't get political here. But it doesn't matter who you are or what you are. If you could imagine being in a public setting and having somebody just fucking shit on you like a bully.
Well, and that's the thing.
Horrible.
It's not even political at that point. Like my friend was there when it happened. Yeah, it's just have some human decency, especially in a realm like the wrestling world where
Yeah.
like people are kind of mean on the internet. Like
Oh,
let's be good people, you know?
Damien, my buddy Damien was correct, by the way. Gringo Loco with the big W.
Ooh, Gringo Loco. I actually saw him at GCW. I actually enjoyed him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I
JD,
think that was just the moral of the story. Just be nice to people. That was
just be
all.
kind. You
Just be
don't know what
nice.
people lives are like. And again, if
Yeah.
you're, if you, I mean, you and I both grew up in a very multicultural place. And
Hmm.
that's all it was ever for me is different people, different walks of life, different everything. And you
Yeah.
just, they were nice people. Like everybody was nice. And those who weren't nice were assholes and got treated as such. That's the
Yeah.
way it should be in life. But nobody has
Exactly.
the right to make you feel like shit, no matter
Yeah.
what. You might not agree with anybody's choices or everybody's choices. That's fine. But if a person's just walking through a building and you decide to shit on them, that's fucking
That's the thing.
disgusting.
Yeah. Calling people that's one thing. Like even when I'm talking to my friends
Hmm.
about like let's just say we're talking about this and they're like, "Oh, there's Bully Ray. He's trash." Like I hate that so much calling people like I mean,
Like,
there are people out there
yeah.
that are trash,
Yeah.
but just to call somebody trash because they're just a wrestler or this
Mhm.
or that, I don't know. It really like grinds my gears a little bit. I
And
don't know.
listen, we do it all the time. Like I shit on Jericho, I shit, but I mean,
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
right as a fan to be shitty. I have my platform, but again, it's all
Hmm.
if I bumped into Jericho, I wouldn't tell him I hated his guts. I just hate what he's doing in the wrestling ring. It's no different
Well,
than
that's the
my
thing,
favorite
right?
athlete. But that's where you got to keep it. And at the end of the day, we're all human. If I was walking through a fucking building and I overheard somebody saying shit about me, the way I looked, the way I acted, with my
It's
choices, I'd
yeah.
fucking lose it.
Oh, for
Fucking
sure.
I mean, and it's Rick, so I'd have to throw the chair and run really fast. But other than
Yeah.
that,
That's the thing. There's so many. It's just like, what is the point? Oh God, what is happening? What? What?
what,
We just talked this whole nice thing about being nice, and now I have to say the greasy man is back in the
now see, this is where we, but he's
ring.
betraying that. So Tommy Dreamer's probably a nice human being, but he's a
But
greasy wrestler.
and I don't want to see him in the ring anymore.
No, I want them to have like a fucking retirement match and have Bully go over.
Oh, that would be great, actually. Who are all these people? Like,
So,
this is the other
so
thing.
it's so go ahead.
Oh, I was
I
just
know
gonna
what you're
say,
gonna
like,
say.
we're gonna see this. I'm gonna see this at Rebellion. Why is this happening again? This is like every week now we get Tommy and Bully.
Look, wait. Who's a reliable source? I want to get back to this. Yeah, we get it a lot. JD from New York tweeted like an hour ago that what SmackDown has planned is awesome. It would be
What?
amazing if JD was saying something nice about WWE. So I'm really curious how that
That's
worked out.
not what he said. I did
I'm
read
really
that tweet.
curious about that tweet.
He said actually he said that what they did have planned for SmackDown was going to be amazing or is going to be amazing, but something along the lines like Vince McMahon is going to come in and scrap it anyway. Something along those
Oh,
lines.
this is the same guy that said Vince never left, Vince never left, Vince never left, and then went, "I told you he's back." You're like, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
that's
whoa.
the guy in his like he has the hat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy, yeah.
He just yells a lot. I
He
mean, he's got
does.
valid points. And listen, I've listened to him many times. I try and keep an open mind, but he's screaming for nothing, and he's
Yeah,
screaming for views. He's screaming for clicks. It's not that he's a complete idiot. He just screams a lot, and I feel like it's unnecessary. But to each their own, I suppose. I get a good yell going at times too, but temper
yeah.
tantrums from a grown ass man just never look good.
Yeah, there's been a few things that he said that I'm just like, I can't fucking deal
No,
with this guy.
no, and I don't want to get into this. He does what he does. It's
Yeah,
but there's a double standard for sure. He'll shit on a Charlotte Flair, but ignore very similar antics by others, and yeah, it is what
yeah.
it is.
And here's the thing, that's how everybody is. You always have your own personal bias,
That's
right?
true.
Like it is what it is.
Mhm. No, in the realm of possibility, do you, boo boo?
And that's the thing. There's a lot of like Sean Sapp.
Yep.
Like I don't know. I feel like he has a lot of things that I don't agree with, but he seems like a nice person. I don't really get that deep into these people though, you know, like because they're just like me or you, right? They're pretty much just journalists that have more connections, right?
Well, and that depends who you are. Like Sean Rossap, yes. JD from New York, no. Like he's offering up opinions and conjecture as much as he can,
right.
And then where SRS is a little different. He definitely a more reliable source.
Yeah. I don't know.
Whatever.
They're like people get angry on the internet. What are you going to do about it? You know,
it's what it is. That's why I said this week was funny because everybody turned on everybody. Like the AEW fans were poking at the WWE fans for everything being fucked. The WWE fans were getting mad at each other over who should have won, Cody or Roman. The reporters were fighting. We're like, holy shit!
It was yeah.
Damn mine.
And I'm just sitting over here talking about Impact and where Jay White's going to go. That's all I really care. It's like, true. What's good? What's not good? Roman Reigns won. I'm happy. Where is Drew McIntyre going to go? Is he leaving? Is he staying?
Leave. That's a dirt sheet report. People are fucked.
Yeah.
Could you, who's Drew going to fight in the AEW? Drew McIntyre versus Adam Cole.
No, but here's the thing. Yeah, that's true. No, I was thinking, you know what? Actually, no, that doesn't make sense either. I was going to say, he should do, Japan or something. Be the big, burly dude in Japan, you know?
Right. No, see,
I don't know.
Guys, let me remind you, he never left. But the report and everything that's been confirmed is he has returned. So the only way you can return is if you've left. You can't still be here and return at the same time.
Are you talking about Vincent?
Yeah.
Vince.
Was he completely out the door? No, but he definitely had to go be quiet. And it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't think he was.
He had to get away from the wrestlers. He had to get away from everybody because it was just too hot. Now I'm curious because I think it's hotter now than ever. How dare you fuck up a Raw? We're going to kill him.
Yeah. And a lot of people are saying that he booked night 2 and people didn't necessarily like night 2. Yeah. So
to me,
I don't know.
So fucking hard to believe. The only thing
everything that's bad, they're blaming on him. Yeah. And Triple H is just this fucking perfect person. And it's like, he fucks up too, just like everybody else. So I don't know.
By the way, Darren McCarty, Stanley Cup winning Darren McCarty from the Detroit Red Wings is squaring off against Bully Ray right now. This is why Impact's fun, because what the fuck is Darren McCarty doing?
Man looks like he's seen some shit though.
Holy. Oh, he knuckles. He hard as shit. McCarthy's definitely been up and down the roads.
I can't tell if he's just an older looking 30-year-old or in his 60s. It's really odd. I literally can't tell.
Stunner!
Oh my God.
No, Darren McCarthy hits a stunner and gets the 3.
I want more of this guy on my television.
Team Greasy Knuckles. And somehow randomly Yumi's in this match. Look at this team. An old hockey player, Tommy Dreamer. And what? And Yumi.
And Yumi for no reason.
Where did they pick him up? Where were they hanging out that he also was? Yo, Kenny King. Frankie Kazarian.
Oh, leave him alone.
Frankie's fighting Kazarian. Slamma's here. Your GCW champ. Oh, who's that? Okay, the whole roster's coming out of the back. There's 9 people
some
in the ring.
Reason.
Oh, by the way, right now, Kushida against Gresham. Speaking of double duty, and this match is off to a fast start, folks. If you want to give me a prediction on who you think's going to win between Kushida and Gresham playing up a heel role right now in Wrestling Revolver.
Oh, I totally forgot. It was at Bloodsport. Ibushi was there, right?
Yes.
against Mike Bailey. Was it
Yes.
Mike Bailey?
I think
Was
so.
that was it good?
Yes. Bloodsport was a little subdued this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think what it was a lot of the it seemed like a lot of the guys were double booked. So we had the multiverse that night as well.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it felt like Mike Bailey and a couple of the other wrestlers like got their shit in and got out. So like usually Bloodsport, like last year, Moxley and Oni Lorcan, Biff Busick, they were bleeding all over the place. It was Bloodsport. Like they were elbowing each other. Even Moxley had a match, and it was very like it was like a PG Bloodsport this year.
Really?
Soft. But the main event was really good. Josh Barnett lost to Timothy Thatcher, so that was a pretty neat wrestling match. Oh, the standard, the Canadian crippler. Wait, that was someone else's. Ignore that. Shit. That was totally oops. FaceTime is Jack. We'll talk about it. Whatever. Jonathan Gresham and Kushida, he's on Wrestling Revolver right now. Yes, sir. Get a prediction in, even if you're not watching Revolver. Who's going to win between those two?
Right now, we're getting a little video package from Josh Alexander.
It's making me sad.
It's so sad. I know. I don't want this to happen.
Yeah, we were enjoying you.
Oh. He's like the best, like one of my favorite wrestlers from last year into this year.
He's been outstanding. And like, I mean, he held that X Division title till basically he handed it off to cash in for an opportunity at this title. Then pretty much walked to the championship. Then he got screwed by Moose, which was one of my favorite things ever.
Yeah.
Oh, the show Jordan Grace.
When Moose would go to his house and stuff and like fuck with his kid. It was so good.
When he mashed up his wife was at the independent show, but they were just showing Jordan Grace competing, eh?
Yeah, she looks so like that's crazy. Crazy.
I want to know what like it can't all just be exercise. Like I want to know what she's using.
No,
like,
so
that is outstanding.
Like just her food and stuff, and like how like cutting and bulking and stuff. I don't know what she might be on something, but she said she was being watched by doctors because what she was doing wasn't exactly healthy. Like she was
intense. We talked about this, that we were starting to worry about her. Like
she was down to 7% body fat. That is nuts. Her doctor said he's never seen any woman under 9%, and she was at 7%. Jesus. That is nuts.
My big toe is less than 9%. Or more than 9%.
Seriously.
Fucking hell.
Jesus Christ. But one of my clients, she's a firefighter and a bodybuilder, and she looks good, but like Jordan Grace, that's next level. But she was saying like the cutting experience, like bulking is different, but the cutting, like
the cutting is dangerous. Like that, like,
they cut down
your body.
Yeah, to get all the fat off, and then you're putting the muscle on and taking the fat off and putting it's so bad for you. So fucking bad for you. But she was telling me like she would make herself sick because she was like not eating enough when she was cutting. She passed out once. I was like, this isn't good for you.
No, this isn't healthy. And listen, congratulations, but I mean, you do worry. Like, at what point is she becoming obsessive with it, or like is it too much on her body? Like when your body starts to eat itself, it's a problem, and it's almost more damaging and harder to recover from than actually putting on the weight. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of health problems with putting on weight, but it's less of that shock to your system when you start starving yourself to the point your body turns on itself. It's not good. Like we talked about Matthew McConaughey. He did the Dallas Buyers Club.
Right.
And again, it took him a while to get back from that because he was really struggling because again, your body starts eating itself. So
and that's the thing with a lot of, because my mom was a bodybuilder when I was like 5, 6.
Amazing.
And one of the things, like one of your least important things on your body is your hair. So when your body's under a lot of stress and all that stuff, the first thing your body lets go of is your hair. Because it starts just shedding and coming out, right? So that's why when you see You got all your hairs on your face. That's
Yeah, that's right. My hair gave up on gravity.
You're just the ZZ Top now.
Right.
I love it. But yeah, that's why like a lot of those female bodybuilders, including my mom, like my mom's hair is not great now. Because your body just goes into starvation mode and it starts falling out, and then once it's the root is dead, it's dead.
Oh, by the way, that's so funny. So we got Kushida and Mike Bailey. It's a replay from Drip. That's I forgot. Wrestling Revolver, instead of giving an intermission, they'll play an old match. So those who guessed Kushida did very well. But the Canadian Frankenstein's here.
PCO.
God, I love this guy. Yo, you get cool stickers on. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Which ones?
On the Impact chat, you get like the funky funky emojis.
Those are the best part. You could get the little PCO head is my favorite.
Yeah, I want the PCO one.
Where is it? Oh no, funky. Don't renew. Okay, there we go. Found it. PCO. That was one of my favorite parts of Multiverse United. I know you said you didn't love that show, but my favorite part of that show is how much people loved PCO there.
Yeah.
The fucking chanting, and when he won, he got the pin. Oh my God, people lost it. It was my favorite. He's getting more and more like dead looking. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, well,
I guess he's just,
right. He's aging horribly.
I love his teeth are yellow. Oh, I love it. I love it so much.
Do you think of a shoot style promotion like Bloodsport on at least a monthly pay-per-view situation? It'd have to be done right. And the tricky stuff with the shoot style is that you got to keep it real and you can't overdo certain things, right? Like if it's the same shit, that would be the challenge. But realistically, I mean, a merge between, funny enough, a merge between MMA and wrestling, who would have thunk it, could work if done well. Bloodsport's done well.
So do you watch MMA at all? Do you watch UFC? Do you watch anything like that?
Yep.
Oh, you do?
Sometimes we cover it here, but yeah, very probably seen I like for years now. Every Saturday show, or we don't miss.
PCO for the win. Totally agree with you. Do you think Endeavor, the parent company or whatever, do you think them buying WWE is going to be a good thing?
I think so. I mean, ultimately, I don't think like this is where people are freaking out and they're unsure, but Endeavor didn't buy the WWE to make it something else. First off, like they weren't like, we're gonna buy this. It's like you buy a house and you're like, okay, I'm gonna just gut the middle of it. Like generally, if you're buying an already built house, folks, if you want to be smart asses, you're kind of looking for the most part of like kind of fitting your checklist, right?
Right.
And that's what I think they did. Like they didn't buy, do this merger and think, okay, now we're gonna completely change it. It was like the people who thought Disney was gonna buy it, next thing Mickey Mouse was gonna be in the ring, right? Fucking hell. Like there's some semblance where they still want the WWE. Like it's a multi-billion-dollar company that prints money worldwide. So they're gonna they're gonna change some things for sure.
Of course.
But at the end of the day, I don't know how it would go bad unless they just start getting wonky with how they book and carry the company, or they let Vince come back, apparently.
I think some people's concern, and then my concern was, first of all, I've never watched UFC in my life. I know nothing about it. But what I heard is their pay-per-views are super expensive, but they don't have them on a monthly basis, do they? Or do they?
Well, it's pretty close. It's like a 4 to 6 week, depending on the scheduling of fighters. But like the big number cards are anywhere. You can get them up to 6 weeks apart. They're not quite as frequent as a WWE, but they've gotten frequent and they are pricey.
They are, yeah.
But again, we don't know. Like it doesn't mean that
Yeah.
Endeavor takes over WWE and says, okay, we're getting rid of Peacock. That's the first thing that's going. We're going to start charging for pay-per-views. Now they might. And as much as people are griping and as much as it sucks, they're still going to find a way to watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
the thing, right? That's the thing. And what was the other thing? Oh, I can't even fucking remember now. But I think that's the main thing people were saying. Like, oh, now pay-per-views are going to be like $100 fucking every pay-per-view or something. But I don't know.
I'm still here, Luna. I'm still here.
And I was like, what the fuck am I even looking at?
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I can't see, like you were saying, I can't see them completely gutting the thing for absolutely no fucking reason, you know? I think what's going to happen, what I think is going to happen is there's probably just going to be there might be more like crossover stars, you know?
There
maybe from UFC to WWE or whatever, but like that doesn't really matter, you know?
No, and I mean, again, people were talking about like, oh, we're going to see like McGregor versus, Roman for the title. And
why is that a bad thing, though? That'd be kind of
terrible
fucking
thing. I'd
cool.
tune in for that.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck, sign me up. That'll be fun. Hey,
Yeah.
You put Conor McGregor in a WWE ring, and you give it a 5-second delay because you're going to need it, and just let him cut loose. He'll be phenomenal. Hey, Roman, your wife's in my DMs. Like,
I'd love that. And that's the thing, that McGregor guy. Again, I don't watch that, but I've seen his interviews and stuff. He's nutty. He's he goes straight for the throat. I love that shit. Let's go.
But do we think we're going to see, half the WWE roster being UFC fighters? No, because they're trying to be UFC fighters, guys.
Yeah.
They just like, oh, wait, we can go over there. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
And we see not every UFC fighter or boxer or athlete just transitions to being a wrestler like lickety split.
No, exactly.
PCO with the diving cannonball.
He's the best. Absolutely.
The guy's pushing 60, just flying through the rope.
I can't believe it.
Like, for any time you're on the bus or you're like fucking walking down the street and you catch an old person complaining, you show them a video of PCO and go, come on now. Come on.
Look at this guy.
Look at this guy.
Fucking cracked his head open. He's up the next day, Like, come on. Oh.
Speaking of cracking head. Oh, the lights went out. Wait, what was that? Oh, it was a commercial. Because we I thought we were like, we got a lights out.
Who's coming?
You can't do that to
Eric Young's back from the dead. I'm still on that. I'm still hoping for it.
Mick, you gonna find yourself on the outside looking in, big guy.
What did he do now?
He just says stupid shit.
That's what he does.
PCO doing the doing the moonsault to the outside.
Oh my God.
And Rana. Oh, it's amazing, guys. And if anybody's curious, Wrestling Revolver right now, we got Fulton coming out to the ring with Matt Renholt. That's right. Mr. Rusev Day is escorting Fulton.
Under Siege is going to be in London, Ontario. Summer Sizzler in...
Is Impact getting like a Canadian deal? Is it a Scott D'Amore, Santino Marella thing?
It might be. Oh, because Slammiversary is coming to Windsor, Ontario in July.
Shut the fuck up.
No fucking way.
July what?
July 15th and July 15th.
I'll call that an early birthday gift. Let's do this.
Let's go. My birthday's July 1st.
Listen. I always say it's hard to get me off the YouTube when big shows are on.
But Summer's...
But a Slammiversary?
Slammiversary,
A week before my B-Day?
Oh, love it. To Windsor, too. I actually do want to see... Yeah, I want to see it. Like, it's on the water. Apparently down north of Windsor, there's wineries that I've always wanted to go to. So, the fuck? I'm just going. Yeah. Oh my God. What? Who's this? Oh, Eddie's wife.
Yo, Eddie's wife. Why is she here? Don't kill my husband. Man, they've been fucking with this man for weeks. Now his wife's gonna ask for something.
Yeah, this is very odd.
PCO is just gonna powerbomb her.
Do it.
Oh, she hit him with a kendo stick.
Oh no.
Listen, I can't be mad at her. She's standing up for her man.
I can be mad at her. Hit my man with a fucking kendo stick.
Yeah, there you
Come
go.
on. Oh, you fucking kidding me.
Eddie Edwards with a shining wizard.
This ain't
No
over.
words.
Oh, there you are. Hi.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry. Kushida won 2 weeks ago. Yes, it was a replay. Are you excited for Thomas Latimer versus Bully Ray 1, 2, 3 NWO pay-per-view? KJ. No.
To be quite honest with you, Diane, no.
I'm not. I want to see what that card rounds out to be, Damien. I love NWA pay-per-views for a long time, but NWA's fallen off, and I know we joke, but I'm really mad that all it took was 2 whacks from a kendo stick from this lady to knock out PCO.
And now he's done. Yeah, he can't even get up.
Come on,
man was buried alive twice.
I don't do FaceTime. Good. I'll be back. TK's big announcement will be a show in London, Tim Hortons Stadium. That's the next one? His next big announcement? Okay. Tim Hortons Stadium is funny. That's funny, C-Money.
Tim Hortons Stadium is in Hamilton. What? Oh, I'm thinking of Tim Hortons Field.
Tim Hortons Field. Is it really Tim Hortons Stadium in London now, or is he just being funny? Because I don't... PCO...
I don't know. He's mad!
He's been walking around for weeks screaming Eddie at the top of his lungs. Eddie!
He walked all the way from Vegas that one time.
Right. How are the Leafs doing? Oof.
Yeah. Is Boston winning by any chance?
Boston's been a juggernaut this year. Pisses me off. I hate it.
Oh, and I did not know this, but here is my who's dating who knowledge of this episode.
Nice.
What's his nuts? Aiden English is dating Eddie Guerrero's daughter.
Yes.
Not the one that got essayed. The older one.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Oh. That is true.
Oh my God, they're doing next week.
Hey.
They're doing Hendry and Dango again.
That'll be a good match,
though. Team, y'all. That's going to be really good.
And Kenny King versus Kazarian should be good.
And hopefully, the final decision on Mickie James. I don't feel like that was enough time.
No, I feel like they were pandering, dragging their feet.
But what happened? She hurt her wrist. She didn't break it.
No, she just sprained her wrist, or I don't think she broke it.
Oh, she might be okay.
She might be okay.
Oh my God! Nice outfit.
Oh shit! By the way, folks, if you were just tuning in, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this all week long. We will be back. Myself and Big Nick will be here tomorrow to hijack SmackDown. We want to see the hashtags. We want to see. Tell all your friends. Come here and vent all your wrestling frustrations. Tomorrow is going to be a crazy night on the stream. And I recently found out there's a Battle of Belts tomorrow night, which, I mean, for the guys that watch all the wrestling, this slipped right under the radar. So after Rampage tomorrow night,
didn't even hear about it.
We'll be sticking around for Battle of the Belts, apparently. So strap in and strap on.
Oh.
Oh, you're getting a good
card.
Whoa,
Rebellion. It's the Design versus Joe Hendry, Dirty Dango, and Santino?
Tell me that's not the funniest fucking... Tell me that's not the funniest fucking trio ever.
Santino? I don't even think Santino could wrestle.
Yes, he can.
Anymore.
Oh, come on.
Oh, my God. It's the Motor City Machine Guns and Bullet Club. Oh, my God.
In an Ultimate X match.
Oh, my God.
That's going to be a giddy up. God. And then Mickie James,
Rebellion
Deonna
looking
Purrazzo.
good.
Who do you think takes the belt if Mickie James has to relinquish it? Deonna or Jordan? Think Jordan because of all her notoriety right now?
I really think it's going to be Jordan. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Deonna Purrazzo kind of fell off a little bit.
I thought
You know?
Jordan was going to be the one that
Not
retired.
fell off, but
I know what you mean. Step back a bit, right?
Yeah.
Like she gave up all her titles. She
kind of.
took some time to
She
get
got
married.
married. She kind of like, yeah.
We all know that fucks everything up.
Doesn't make things better, that's for sure.
Fulton for the win. Who's Frankie Kazarian facing next week? Kenny King in what will be a hell of a match. And right now we got a showdown between Macklin and Kushida, guys. This should be a good match. I know it's not the match you wanted, but it's going to be a good one.
It's going to be good still.
2-1 Bruins in OT. Not a battle. They got their hands full with Tampa Bay coming up, so. No, Mick, but that's your last warning. So I hope you can play nice and play within the confines of the rules. And I wouldn't go to someone else's channel and petition people to come to mine. So if you want to do that, I'll be more than happy to put you back on the blocks. Love ya.
What did Mick do this time? Mickaroony.
Dirty pool. That's what it is. We're nice to Mick, and what he just did wasn't very nice. Wasn't very friendly. So Scott D'Amore's in the ring.
Yeah. This is so sad.
Oh, I feel bad for Josh.
I know.
Could Kushida shock the fucking world?
I was just thinking that. Like, people are so certain it's going to be Macklin, but what if?
Like, I'd be honest, though, Kushida has a bigger, like, name. Like, if you ask people around the world, who do you know, Steve Macklin or Kushida? I think more people are going to say Kushida.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Like, a lot of people are like, oh, Macklin was one of the Forgotten Sons. Who? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Polo.
No.
Thank you, Polo. Thank you. We try and keep it classy.
I know.
Oh, fuck.
JK.
I'm going to have to take your rent away,
JK.
man.
Me and Mick are in the timeout section. Okay. So Josh is here. This is so sad.
Thank you, Mick. Here's Josh.
And you know what? I usually don't like when wrestlers, carry their family around with them, but for some reason with him, it's just it's like part of his thing.
You know what? That would be in a guy that's pretty flawless as far as he's great in the ring. He's good. He's good promo. I like him a lot. I do agree with you, though. He does drag the fam around a little too much. Like, it was a really good moment.
A little bit.
When his kid was like in the ring, thrilled that his dad won the title, and then Moose fucked it all up. That was beautiful, beautiful. But
they don't really need to be here for this.
Yeah, like we've seen her. She was involved in the Moose storyline, like you talked about. Enough's enough.
Yeah, enough's enough. Very, very cute family, but yeah, enough's enough.
Lovely family. Oh, Madman Fulton with a 1, 2, 3. So if you guys are keeping track of Wrestling Revolver, Fulton got a W. Something's tripping me. Did your camera move or something? No, you're okay.
No.
I don't know. Something happened where I looked away, and when I looked back, I was like, am I looking upside down? It's just the way I think you moved.
I think I just went off for a sec.
It's the background's trippy.
Oh, and I'm pretty sure I think that's
Joshy Wrestling.
Oh. And you could tell, his son doesn't need to be here for this. His son looks so upset. I can't. Oh. Or he's sleeping. I don't know.
Vance is picking Kushida for the win. Good. We'll be here live for it, guys, but that's a really good shout. I mean, it's really interesting that, like Luna said, a lot of focus on Macklin. Macklin feels like a slam dunk, and that's where I'm like, wait a minute.
They're going to swerve us, aren't they?
What I like about Josh in this moment, Luna, is he means every word. Like, this was his dream. He wants to be the
Yeah.
champion. You know, when a lot of people talked about him leaving Impact, he signed again, and he genuinely is upset about the circumstance.
Yeah. I feel so bad. But like whoever wins tonight, it like the show will go on. But I think once he comes back, you know, the belt is probably going back around his waist. It has to. Like he has to lose it properly next time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we can't do this. I don't know.
See, this is where when someone asks you, like, is Impact good? And you're like, parts of it are fucking excellent. And then other parts you're just like, what the fuck? Like, there's no happy medium on Impact. Right? Like it's either really amazing or really fucked up.
Yeah, it's there's no mid when it comes
There's
to
no
Impact.
mid, right? You go from
and
like
you know what
yeah.
I could kind of appreciate that. Just
Yeah.
and it's not like, oh, Impact was just boring and bad this week. No, there was like witches that zoomed in and out of rooms and like somebody was stabbed to death. You're like, that was a little bit much, you know? I kind of like that. Just fuck me up sometimes. I don't know.
Now, to give everyone an update while Josh is delivering his promo, Wrestling Revolver, the next match, Ali Catch is here. Going up against Yumi Yamashita, who we already saw tonight on a different show. So, hey, let's go.
Aww. Oh, I can't. He's like crying. People are chanting best world champ and he's crying. And his son looks so upset.
Listen, he might already be, but he has an opportunity to be one of the best, like if not the best Impact wrestler ever.
I agree.
Multiple-time tag team champion, X Division champion, undefeated as X Division champion, and then he comes back. You know, he's a world champion. Yeah, and he was a phenomenal world champion, and I don't think we're done with him by any stretch. It was a 70s flashback. Yeah, right? Thanks, you know it. I wasn't there in the 70s, but I feel like I've done enough drugs to end up in the 70s.
Do you got D'Amore in the ring?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, D'Amore is talking to Josh right now. His wife's crying. His kid is crying. Conchita's crying a little. See, the move here is that Macklin kicks him in the head.
Right in front of his son. Oh,
right in front of his kid, right? Ali Catch for the win. Good choice. We all know I'm not going to bet against Ali, even though Yumi's been good.
I met her actually at GCW.
Yeah.
She was so nice.
Yes.
She was so fucking nice. Oh my God. With what's her friend's name? Effie.
Effie. Boosie.
Yeah. He's so cute.
Boosie.
Boosie.
You know what? It's funny. I've been watching the show and I haven't looked around for my buddies at all. So we have a co-host that comes on once in a while. His name's Big Rig from DWO, which is the Dad World Order. And him and a couple of his friends are actually live at the Revolver show tonight. Ali. Josh.
I don't know. I think Kushida might win.
It's interesting.
Oh, I know. Now I was 100% certain.
That's funny.
Like, have you ever heard anybody say I'm a big Steve Macklin fan?
No, that's the thing. He's kind of been really under the radar, and I do think he's underrated. But yeah, no, he's just he had a really good 2022. Started off 23 super hot, but a lot, like again, like you said, not a lot of people know him.
Yeah,
because she does.
And him and Deanna kind of got married, and they kind of just.
It was got a little quieter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for Josh. He's had some hard luck. Remember they deported him? He couldn't get back into the States. He sent him back here.
Right.
And then people were like, he's leaving the company. He's going to WWE. He's like, no, I'm just waiting for the government to let me out.
Stuck.
It's not often you hear people say I'm stuck in Canada, but hey.
Oh, man.
Did Luna watch Boosie versus Makito and Gage? That's not true, Mick. That was actually, you were on a time limit. So time limit expired. You've been free from the penalty box. It's like babysitting some days. I did Luna watch Boosie versus Makito and Nick Gage. Double.
Oh my God. Yes. I watched little bits of that. Not.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Now his dad's going to get kicked in the head. And
right. All right, Macklin, powerbomb the kid. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. I take that back, guys. I do not condone wrestlers wrestling children. I'm a fan of Macklin. I'm a huge fan of Macklin. He's just a little, he's building his name.
Look at his son. I can't. I fucking
Tyler.
cannot. Yeah, I watched clips from that match. I saw Nick Gage passing the pizza cutter to his tag team.
Yeah.
Some of those things I can't watch. I'm sorry. The older I get, I just can't do it. It hurts my soul a little bit. Go ahead. Oh, I was just going to say, after I saw Nick Gage cut somebody's ear off on accident in Montreal, been a little hestant watching.
How do you handle that? Oops, here, dude. Oops, my bad. Like, here's your ear back.
I just.
Bro, you were only supposed to cut me.
I don't know.
Put it back on.
And then they just go to the back and sew it back on or glue it back on. Oh, it's just, especially when you're at a show like that and you've had a couple drinks in you and you're already feeling not, Ugh.
Wait. Josh just took his now he's got his kid.
My God.
We can't take this. Pulling at the heartstrings, Luna. No, Daddy, don't do it. Scott D'Amore is awesome.
I honestly, I'm so glad he's back, and oh my God, the son is going to be traumatized for life. I know they've talked to him about this a million times, how this is not real, but this has got to be fucking with his development a little bit.
This dude's yelling. This guy's wearing a bubble vest like Fred Durst. What is happening?
Like Fred Durst. Limp Bizkit's here. Oh, man. Yeah, Scott D'Amore is fucking amazing.
Scott D'Amore is giving Macklin shit. Fans, give him a destroyer.
Yeah, do it.
Oh,
man.
I'm gonna Tyler, go ahead, buddy. Send away. We appreciate the love. We appreciate the compliments. We always do. We do our best. And I'm just happy that people tune back in. It's pretty impressive and very humbling.
I can't wait to watch Rascals versus ABC for the Wrestling Revolver Tag Team Champion. It's going to be a banger. Is that tonight?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to need to. So how do I watch Revolver? Because I've never watched it before. Is it on Fight TV?
It is on Fight.
Okay.
I might be able to help you access the particular show.
Because I think I might start. Because every time I follow Wrestling Revolver, I keep saying I'm going to get into it. But I think from the sounds of it, it sounds really good.
You would like it. It's up your alley. It's like I said. It's a lot of the Impact Wrestling alum. Sammy Callahan's big hand in the promotion. Like you said, you got Jessica there tonight. A bunch of familiar faces, including, like you said, Ali Catch, Speedball. It's worth it. They didn't put on a bad show last year. In 2022, they did not. Really? Every show they gave put out in 2022, I was a fan of. Not always like, barn burners, but like really, really good shows.
Wait, so who's their Scott D'Amore? Who's their Tony Khan? Do they have somebody like who's
Tammy
their
Callahan, essentially.
Why the fuck am I not watching this? Like, I'm
don't
so
know.
confused. Okay, I'm gonna do a deep dive and find some old stuff.
There you go. It's worth
and
it.
just go from there. But you were saying it's not
Wow.
consistent, right? Like it's kind of all over the place in terms of shows.
Yeah, you get like 9, 10, maybe 9, 10 shows in a year. Did
Oh, I
Impact
love
end?
that. Nice, easy watching.
Did
No,
Impact end? Okay,
it's Kushida. No,
Okay, 1 second. Oh, that's what I did.
it's Steve Macklin is yelling at Kushida. Oh, now he's giving him. Oh,
Now, is it my? Do you feel like this has been a real long segment to end the show?
a little bit, yeah.
Like,
And
if
now
we're
it's kind
gonna-
of like breaking up a bit.
Like, it literally went from like, oh, there's Kushida though. Oh, time warp over the rope. And Kushida's got the belt.
Okay, now mine fucked up. Yeah, now mine's fucking up for some reason. Oh, there we go. So weird. Yeah,
Good
now I'm
block.
starting to believe. Now, oh, I don't know who's gonna win now.
Big pop for Kushida.
Hmm.
Wow.
Okay, this changes things tonight, which I love this going into Rebellion because I would have went into Rebellion like Steve Macklin's gonna win and that's it, right?
Yeah.
But now I don't know. Look at how cute Kushida is. And like no disrespect, just honestly curious. Does Kushida speak English or only Japanese?
He's from what I've heard, it's very broken.
It is. Okay.
Yeah, it's there. It's just a little broken. Quite broken. But
he's so cute.
Ring of Honor's in the books. Impact's in the books, guys. If you watched either show and you want to give us a rating, go ahead. And I still have Alley Catch in a battle right now. How'd you feel about Impact this week?
I loved it. This was a really good episode. Loved it. Especially what just happened between Macklin and Kushida, because now I can go into next weekend feeling like this is an actual match. It's not just because Josh got hurt. This is what we're doing now. Put the belt on Steve Macklin. So I love that. And the whole stuff between Eddie Edwards and PCO is always a good time.
Yep.
What else happened tonight? Oh, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle guys with what the fuck are they called?
Oh, TMDK.
Yeah, that I always think of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's
anyway,
so I was like, who did I miss?
So them versus the Motor City Machine Guns was fantastic. I don't know, just a solid episode. I kind of feel like it brought a lot of things together, getting me excited for the pay-per-view. So
fair enough.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's definitely got a bit more of a build to it. Yeah, I felt like that end segment went on a bit long as far as like everybody took a turn to talk a couple times. Like, all right, give the belt back. Not like, pulling at the heartstrings. The kid was holding the leg. The wife was crying, but enough.
Yeah, I'm over.
You're getting close to Cody Rhodes territory with all this.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit. We know who your child and your wife is. You don't have to tell us again. I get that he loves them very much, but I don't, so I don't need to see them every time. It's giving the belt back instead of interim title nonsense. I enjoy giving the belt back. Oh,
I like that. You can't defend your title, you relinquish it. None of this interim champion, and then everything gets confused. Just my title's vacant. Here we go.
Yeah, I like that a lot better. That interim thing I never enjoyed. Tony Khan loved that there for a year. So yeah, overall, really good episode. I'm very excited for next week. It is going to be so good.
Alley Catch takes the loss.
Oh.
There you go. Give me Yamashka. So I never say the names right, but I try. 8.5 for Impact. All right, Damien. Damien coming in hot.
I'll give it an 8. I would have said 8.5, but I wasn't a huge fan of Trey Miguel getting involved in that match. I also really didn't like the match between Bailey and Gresham.
Yeah.
I just didn't like that, but I like that it set it up into Rebellion. It's going to be an elimination thing between the three of them. That's great.
Yeah.
Love it. And also, Crazy Steven wasn't there, so I took off half a mark for that. So that's it.
Hopefully he's back soon for you, but I'm still picking Macklin for Rebellion. Fair enough. No, that makes sense. I liked it. I'll give it a 7.5. It was a really good Impact. It's been a really good night. I thought Ring of Honor was good too. I'll give that a solid 7. Nothing crazy happened on it, but it was quality. From if you guys like and you haven't seen Ring of Honor yet, it's literally no bullshit, no frills, just matches, and for the most part. My least favorite part of Ring of Honor is Jay Lethal and Satnam Singh and Sanjay. I'm tired of fucking seeing them. But other than that, I think Impact was great. I mean, like you said, they gave us a build. They touched on the heartstrings a little bit with Josh and his fams. I'm curious. I mean, we got some really good matchups coming. I want to see what happens with what an odd couple. Joe Henry, Santino, and Fende.
I know.
The fuck.
That is 2023. Giving us what we need.
Ooh.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Out of all the shows that you're watching in this moment, the Ring of Honor, the Impact, and then Revolver, which one's your favorite? I guess Revolver's not over yet, though, right?
Revolver's still going. I think part of me, because like we got the live vibe, the live crowd kind of happening. Like I know this show's live, so I kind of have a bias towards Revolver of like it's live action. But I really enjoyed Impact. I mean, overall, I liked the Impact a little better than Ring of Honor. So,
okay.
And Revolver, we'll see. I've enjoyed what I've seen of it. I've missed some chunks because, doing our thing, but it's been great matches, really solid matches.
Oh.
And that scramble was crazy.
Oh, yeah? Maybe I'll go back and watch it because I think I want to start getting into Revolver.
Well,
there we go. Perfect.
See, like up next, we have ABC, so the Bullet Club, Ace Austin and Chris Bay taking on Trey Miguel and what's the last guy's name? Wesley's old partner. It'll come back to you.
Nick Carter? No, not Nick Carter. That's a Backstreet Boy. What the
Tell
fuck
me why.
Wentz? Was his name Wentz?
Yes.
There we go. Yeah.
8.0. I would have been higher if Kid got involved. I'll take it. You know it. I was waiting for Macklin for the ultimate heel move. Is super kick the Kid. No one saw it coming.
Yeah, I don't know. There's definitely a disconnect with Macklin. He was just kind of standing there. I don't know.
Again, I just think it went on a lot. And like you said, Kushida didn't say much because it's not his forte. The Rascals for the win.
Already?
Well, no, he's predicting, I think.
Oh, I thought. Oh, okay. I was going to say, holy shit, that was a fast one, buds.
Right.
Well, I hope the Rascals win. Oh, or the Bullet Club.
Yeah, but you don't like Ace Austin.
I don't. Here's the thing about Ace Austin. I like him in the ring. I think he's phenomenal. It's just there's something about him when he like talks.
Carter Nash?
No. Ace Austin.
No. Sorry, I was just having an epiphany on the other one. Ace Austin. Yeah, no, he's definitely a natural heel. Like, he comes off like a dick.
Oh, 100%. And he might be a really nice guy in real life, but he is a heel. He has a heel face. The glasses, the card, you just want to hate him. So he's doing his job properly,
Very much so. What are we watching now? I currently have Wrestling Revolver on. I imagine my co-host is going to want to get to bed. But,
oh my God, so hard. I'm working all Easter weekend. I'm fully booked and I already want to die. So yeah.
Well, happy Easter.
Don't yeah, happy Easter. I'll eat lots of chocolate. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, guys.
Fair trade-off.
All right. Well, thank you for having me.
Always a
And
pleasure. Thank
we
you
will
for being here.
see you next week. And then obviously I will not be here for the pay-per-view.
No, but we will find you, and we might have to play our game. Is if the fans can get a screenshot of Luna and send it to the Instagram, they got to tag you,
They
and
got
they get a T-shirt if they find you.
Yeah, let's play. Where is Wally?
Right? Where's Luna?
People used to call me Wally in high school, so it still works. It still works. That was my nickname.
I'll have to figure out how that became a thing, but
yeah, I'll let you know.
There you go. Well,
right.
thank you, fans. Go check out Luna on our social media and our YouTube as well. And if you don't know how to find that, check down below, click the links, and it'll take you over to our page, and she's there. So thank you very much, Miss Luna, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Have a good night, everyone.
And now we're back down to me, the Iron Man, the everyday man, the I just won't go home man. I'm like Bob. I'm like Bill Murray. You ever see What About Bob? That's me. Just Bob's always here. Nash Carter. That was it. See, I got there. It took me a second. Defeated Ali Cash. Yes, Ali Cash took a loss. She jumped Yamashita after the match, and Jessica Havoc actually made it happen. Nash Carter, there you go. Thank you for that. This tag team match is going to be a banger. I don't know, folks. Anyone out there still watching wrestling? Let me see what I got here as far as I forgot to change. So we went through Ring of Honor. We went through Impact Wrestling. And right now I got Wrestling Revolver on right now. Like I said, Ali Catch just took the L in a really good match. We had a scramble earlier. Gringo Loco took the win in that. Some people argue that Gringo Loco is the best American-born lucha out there right now. And I mean, now we get a banger. So anybody who doesn't watch a lot of Wrestling Wrestling Revolver, I mean, it's worth a watch, guys. They put together banger cards. So Damien, who's going to win? Who's going to win? Who's going to win? If you guys were going to book a match, we got the Rascals and the Bullet Club. Even if you're not watching, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? And if there's anything else on your wrestling mind, you want to talk about Vince, you want to talk about Tony, do we want to talk about Jay White? Speaking of the Bullet Club, he was leading Ace Austin and he was leading Chris Bay for a while. Now he's gone on to greener pastures. So, yeah, very interesting. So ding, ding, ding. This match is getting going. And again, if you guys are not even watching the show, by all means, give me a guess. Give me a prediction. Smile mark. Good to see you. And yeah, don't be shy. Don't be quiet. Keep the chat coming or else I'm going to get tired and I'm going to have to say goodnight. Battle of the Belts, I'm never looking forward to. I hate how they've done that. Unfortunately, it's just not good. SmackDown is the most anticipated show of the week by far. I mean, and for probably a lot of the wrong reasons, guys. Like, you're not supposed to like, oh, I can't wait to see what happens, assuming that the place is going to go to shit. So Triple H is kicking off the show. They've announced the Brawling Brutes, I believe, are going to take on Imperium, which is interesting. What else? I saw another Damian Priest and Dominic are going to take on is it Mysterio and Santos? So some really interesting booking already coming our way for that particular show on Friday, but everyone's talking about Vince. Stories have come out. Vince is going to be running the show. He might not be present, but he will still be running the show. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I've seen the groundswell, but like we said, I saw all these fans saying we're going to AEW. AEW is not my favorite. Forget Vince. Forget the WWE. We're over it. And then, Dynamite did 877,000 views. You would expect that to be much higher if there was a mass WWE exodus happening. So that didn't happen. So I think a lot of people are going to tune in tomorrow. What do you guys think? How do you guys see this playing out? Are the fans going to make enough noise that somebody somewhere that matters is going to give a shit? My opinion from day one on this was the billionaires don't care about the fans. They know, well, they'll get over it. It'll blow over. They'll get tired. We'll give them something else to talk about. But will the Vince thing go away? Especially if it comes with bad booking. Like, how devastating is it? Like, you guys talk about it being devastating for the fan base. Us as fans are upset. But how do you feel, Triple H? Like, you built the black and gold brand. Vince and Bruce dismantle it. Then you build up the main roster. You have plans, you have vision, you have hopes. And listen, not every bad booking decision Triple H made was Vince. We got to understand that Vince is going to make mistakes. He's going to have bad booking. And he's probably going to have some advice. Like, we really want to see Brock in this spot. It's just the way it is. Who's Reigns' next opponent? Fuck, I don't know. Yeah, Wentz has got Bay in the rear naked choke. Here's the thing: when they booked Monday, I really thought, okay, here we go. We're gonna directly continue the Cody Rhodes story. Then the Brock situation happened. So, is it Seth? Maybe Seth's over as anybody right now. Well, look, great minds. Well, I'm tapping out. It's 48 hours past my bedtime. See y'all later. You know it. Any news on Dante and knowing how UFC fighters are unfairly paid? Does this mean they get better money? Because of what WWE guys make, or do WWE contracts start to be worth less? Valuable question. Really tricky for the WWE to give less money to people because they do have a fellow rich person offering contracts out. UFC doesn't really have that problem. So that's partly why they get away with what they get away with. I truly believe these two companies are going to run separate, right? Like, Dana's not going to start changing how he runs UFC because Vince is around. Oh, Vince gives them more money? Different industry, different demands, different expectations. Sorry, guys. The fight game pays this. The wrestling game pays that. And I think that's the way it's going to be. I don't think you're going to have a whole lot of change. I don't. To me, it doesn't make sense. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I just don't know that it really could. I just don't know that it makes sense. I really don't. Where is you? Where are you? Oh, I got that one. It's funny who says it's Cody that dethrones Reigns. His story is about the title, not Reigns. I still think that Cody is the guy that takes it off Reigns. Because I think the story starts like you want him to overcome the same guy. You know what I mean? If he was, a year from now to beat somebody else for the title, I don't know. And I just don't see Roman losing the title for a bit. Not like this. Not now. I really don't. Especially if Vince is fully back. Vince is going to want to ride Roman as far and long as he can. Period. Right now, we're getting a huge tandem offense, big double stomp, and the Rascals are all over the Bullet Club. UFC is a sport. WWE is an episodic television. It's apples and oranges. A little bit, yes. Absolutely, right? But then when you argue, here's the interesting part. Wouldn't people out there argue that the guy throwing the punches and actually taking the punches and girls that are getting kicked and the actual violence should get paid more than the fake violence? You think, on the grand scheme of things. Who's your pick? I'm going Bullet Club. Bullet Club. Wentz with a big drop kick. But yeah, I mean, I think I'll go with them for sure. I don't know. I like the Bullet Club. I like what they're doing. I think they're good. They kind of are a little hapless. Hapless might be the wrong word. They might lack a little bit of punch, just because of they don't really have a leader at this point. They don't really have any like direction, so to speak. What else we got here, folks? What else we got? Keep this chat going. We're getting late. We're getting long in the tooth. I might have to head towards the door soon. Thing is, Vince gives zero burn about fans nor talent. Vince only cares about business and ratings. That's what separates Vince from Triple H. Triple H cares about the talent, and Vince is all about the money. The funniest part about that, Mark, is that without the fans and the wrestlers, you don't get the money. That's why Triple H's approach to caring about the people that are making you the money is important. Vince got to remember, especially in 2023, if you do get an internal revolt, you're fucked. You need talent. People will stop buying tickets if you don't have anybody worth watching. And I know people can criticize WWE. Well, they don't have anyone worth watching. There's always a few. There's always a few people that people are buying tickets for. Merch sales are still selling. So they better have a plan. And who's to say? Like, there's no way. Like, what if some of these other stories, Bray Wyatt leaving, or some of the other issues that seem to be popping up, or any of it connected to Vince? Again, people want to equate everything to Vince, but it's not. It's just easy. It's simplistic. It's lazy booking in real life. Cody was just a chapter in the Bloodline saga. That's just my thought. Gunther and Rollins, I could see it. I believe he's a chapter, but I do believe he circles back and he ends it. And it might be a few months from now he gets a second chance and loses again. You don't know. But I do think that for me, he ends his story with Roman in the title. He has to overcome that champion, that mountain. That's the best way. The most both rascals to the outside. Corkscrews in stereo. Zachary Wentz throwing Chris Bay back in. It looks like the Rascals are on the verge of a W. UFC, how many times they fight in a year? 4. Yeah. No, I'm valid. I get why. And again, it's all about your industry standards, right? Like you can't. The problem is UFC sets the standard, right? Kind of like the WWE did for a long time, right? Yeah, Bellator will pop up or someone else, and hey, we'll give you more, but they can't. They can't consistently do it. And again, everyone's like, "Well, you don't fight in the UFC. You're all right." The Cody story is just like Cena, Daniel Bryan, Kofi. Same story of overcoming authority. Cody will overcome it at some point. Yeah, that's what I agree with that. That's where it's got to go. We just assumed that this was, some of us assumed that this was going to be the ending of this part of the story for Cody. Oh, Miguel onto the ground. This is a hell of a match. It's been outstanding, actually, Damien. Good pace back. Oh, did he get it? What a botch ending. All right. Botched the ending a little, but he got him on a roll up. There you go. The ABCs. The Rascals lose. That is crazy. I picked them, though. That's good. I was on to something. Are people paying to see Cody win, or are the people paying to see Reigns lose? Doesn't matter. Drew and KO, Sammy, Brock, Cena. What are you listing off there? I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, again, yeah, I just think once you're locked into a guy, you're locked in, and the story comes back to him at some point. Right? He has to overcome his failure. All right. The Rascals have the Bullet Club lady tied up, and no. Oh, the other Rascal stops him. Okay. Oh, we got Rascal fighting. I do find it interesting. Everything changed once Shane tore his quad. Makes me wonder if he was supposed to have an air roll, and now they had to rewrite some things. Interesting. You're thinking that Shane's WrestleMania spot was more than just a WrestleMania spot? I wondered why he would come back, what it would mean. So, wow, drilled her with a super kick. Oh, the Rascals are getting along again. But yeah, I mean, that's interesting. That's a good question. I really don't know. Unlikely, but possibly. I'm just playing devil's advocate to keep the chat going. We'll keep going. I want to see Solo versus Reigns. Yeah, you're not going to get that for a minute, I don't think, if ever. I can't wait to see Sammy versus Jey Usos tomorrow. Is that? Did they announce that? Sammy versus Jey, has that been announced for tomorrow? I still like it because there's so many paths he can overcome Reigns. Reigns just might not the belt at that time. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Roman getting that 1,000-day record. Absolutely. So the Rascals lose their titles, but leave the Bullet Club laid out. It was announced a couple hours ago. I've been here with you for a couple hours. I haven't been able to look at my phone. People think I'm missing. Do. All right, what do we got? I think I hate to go when the wrestling's still going. What I mean is all pay-per-views these days are selling out without knowing who is challenging for the title. So what are we really paying for? Reigns made many look like stars. Can Cody do the same thing? I think so. All depends on the storytelling. It really does. It all depends on how the story gets told and how you book it, how you plan it. I don't know why this fear that Cody can't do it. I mean, I remember when we went through this with Roman. Roman's not the guy. Roman's not good enough. Roman's not this. Roman's not that. You got to give people a chance. You got to let them try. If you don't give them the belt, they'll never be champions. All right, so we got the main event. I can hang around for the main event, I think. Just give me one moment, folks. Don't go anywhere. I'm still here. Hopefully you can hear me. All right, folks. We're still rolling. The main event is coming on tonight. I thank everybody for being here tonight. As always, remember we are back tomorrow, Friday, doubleheader. Myself, Big Nick will return, and it's going to be a good one. Like I said, a highly, highly, highly anticipated SmackDown. Are the fans going to band together and shut shit down? Can they do it, folks? Will they do it, folks? Are they brave enough? Are they organized enough? Will it happen? What will Triple H say? That's what I want. If you're watching right now, you tell me, what will Triple H say? What will his speech be this time? Because now you have people going online and outright calling Triple H a liar. That Triple H knows this shit is fucked and he's lying to us. Jake Christ on his way out, by the way, if you were curious. This is going to be a good match. I mean, we set the tone early. It was supposed to be somebody else, but now we're getting Alex Shelley and Jake Christ to end the night tonight. It's been a hell of a night of wrestling. I've been rambling for fucking hours. We're almost at 3.5 hours live here tonight, and I see we're dwindling down in numbers. It's late and people want to go to bed, but we got one more match, so I can hang around for one more match. Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. So I'm a little curious. We're revisiting that. Really, really interesting. So we'll see where that goes. Vince will probably give the belts back to them, right? Vince is like, wait a minute. What's the next match on Revolver? It is the main event, Damien. Alex Shelley versus Jake Christ. Alex Shelley for the win. Alex Shelley very much a heel on the indies. Mark, WWE fans for the most part don't care about AEW. The ratings this week proves even with the drama, nobody jumped. It's true. But how long? You know what I mean? Like, if Tony can continue, like, you know what I mean? We got a good show this week. If next week's good, if he gets some more good news, starts building, and I'm telling you right now, if Vince goes back to that bullshit booking that he was doing for the last 6 months before he got kicked out, I don't know how much I can watch it, guys. Because some of those nights were fucking horrible. And Mondays were asinine. So if we're going back to that, fuck it. I might be out. But, they got to give me something. Prestige. So this is going to be a good match. If you guys don't know these two familiar, I mean, Impact has, obviously one half of the Motor City Machine Guns. So that's going to be fun. Bum, 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 bum. The crowd is in Jake Christ's corner. I feel like they made mention that he's from this area, so that's interesting. Bum, 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 bum. I'm so fun. There you go. So get your predictions in. If you're watching, if you're not watching, I know we're dwindling down in our numbers here, but no, Dynamite was not good. This perpetual huge announcement crap has got to stop. It's old, tired, and most of his announcements are mundane letdowns. Wembley, okay, could have done that in a tweet. You're not wrong, Daniel. Now, that doesn't mean the show wasn't well. I feel like it was a good show. I feel like the Jay White surprise was decent, even though I felt like Jay White deserved better, if I was being 100% honest with everybody. I felt like they should have really put a shine on Jay White. Instead of Jay White just being another, like a guy that just showed up to kind of lend a hand to a buddy. And I know people are going, oh, but we knew who he was. And yeah, but I mean, it still kind of had that, like, it just didn't feel big enough for me. You know, this is a guy that was considering going to the WWE, and he decided to stay here instead. But the Revolver Remix Championship is on the line, folks. If you want to make a guess, you want to make a prediction, we got Alex Shelley, we got Jake Christ, and they're going to go toe-to-toe. It's going to be a good one, and I'm looking forward to it. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. And it's funny, I haven't seen my buddies yet. I haven't looked close enough. Dun, dun, dun. What else we got here, folks? Yeah, I mean, the announcement was great. I think it's great. And they're shooting for the moon. And I hope they achieve it, because it would be awesome if they did. The likelihood of them achieving it, I don't know. But I agree with you. For all the shit that gets announced on social media, yeah, that could have been a social media post. Do a YouTube live. Like, go live and tell the fans. Do something different. Do something special. But it's like anything else. Like, you ever tell one of your friends, like, yo, you got to watch this movie. Best movie ever. And they watch it and they're like, it was all right. You oversold it. And that's what Tony does. It was really good news, but he oversold it. So it took away. If he just shut up, it would do more. Say less. Yeah. This is going to be a brutal match, a street fight. We'll see. Hopefully it's not too long. This Wrestling Revolver show has been amazing. Damien, loving it. I'm with you, Damien. I really liked it. Slowly becoming my favorite show tonight. Wembley is a huge announcement, and it worked. It got people to watch Dynamite. Not really, Mark. It's marketing. England is huge leap for AEW. More fans, more tickets sold. Another huge market. You're all right about it all. Did the announcement work? That's where the disconnect is a little bit. If he had just said, if something came out yesterday during the day and it said, tonight we will hear from Tony Khan, and everyone all day is like, oh, what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? And then when you show up, he's like, we're going to England, baby. I booked Wembley. Everyone's like, oh, wow. But when you set it up here, you got people like, oh man, he's got another show. He's bringing CM Punk back, another new title. Like, people are shooting for the fucking moon. Like I said, it's the exact same thing as when you oversell a movie or a song to somebody, right? You ever have one of your friends brag for 2 hours about how good their vitamins are, and then they're not? The thing is, Jay White's already been there several times. Oh, it doesn't matter, Daniel. I disagree with that. And didn't really do anything. Yeah, but that's now you're a chance. You're bringing him back in. He was a big signing. Treat him like a big signing. Yeah, both had bad choices for him. Should have stayed in Japan. I think he's bigger. I think he's grown to the point now where I think he'll do well in the North American TV shows. I think he'll do well over here. I just think, like, even last time they brought Jay White in, they didn't put a big fucking shine on him. That should have been Tony's big announcement. Tony walk out to the ring and say, I'm happy to tell everybody out there, I just signed the hottest free agent out there, this guy. That's what I would have done. And then when everyone thinks that's your big announcement, come back later and then tell us the Wembley thing, and we'll double up. That's the thing. I know he is. I know who he is. I don't know his music, so it took me some time to realize that was what was happening. Styles, Rumble, Graphic is how it should have been done. Yeah, kind of like that. Like, give me the name, and like, oh my god. Yeah, just to highlight it a bit better. Rating was 87800, and the minute breakdown showed after MJF, a lot of views dropped off. Abso-fucking-lutely. Are you looking forward to Keith Lee and Chris Jericho, KJ? No. This doesn't sound good, guys. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I know there's not a ton of people still here, but does that sound great? Old, slow Jericho's going to take on Keith Lee? Ouch. I don't know. AEW draws maybe 50,000 a week on viewership in the UK on free TV. I thought Tony always goes on about how like they're like the best in the key demos and something in the UK. I don't know. The announcement about All Access really bothered people, and the 1.2 million didn't buy into it this time. Tony hiring an ex WWE PR guy should be a big help. Yeah, fucking right, it would be. I'm not dogging White. I told people he had a huge potential and bright future when he was the Melky Toast. That was such a funny word to read. Babyface in our Ring of Honor. But Khan's gonna squander him horribly. I'm worried he will. That's the thing. Like, even with FTR, like, under the way the circumstances were, you just thought maybe, you know what, that's going to be different. But they must know something we don't know. I mean, Jay White signs with AEW. He's probably going to get an opportunity to wrestle at Wembley. It's going to be a big deal for him. It's going to be a big deal for all of us. It's going to be a big deal for Tony. Yeah, I hope he doesn't fuck it up. We've seen him. Tony is not a good storyteller. He is not a good storyteller, guys. He is a spot booker, and that's it. And that's not me being an asshole. That's just the way I see it. Daniel 75K to 100K. It's on free TV, unlike WWE, unfortunately. Right now, by the way, I got Alex Shelley and Jake Priest destroying the place. It's become a street fight. Jake up over the guardrail into the crowd. I'm looking for my buddies. But that's wrestling fans, Mark. We will always dream too big. We always want the moon, Royal Rumble, Mania, blah 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 blah. I agree with that. Expect more and better. Built it up too much. It becomes a spoiled fan base, guys. And we've talked about this before, where I remember it was like a weird flip, a real opposite flip, where you would get a really weak show with a hot shot moment, like a surprise return or a surprise signing, and everybody would go on, oh, what a wicked show, not 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. We'd love that show, ignoring that the bulk of the show wasn't great. And then the opposite happened, where we were getting pretty good shows, but we ran out of people to hot shot. We ran out of like characters to bring in. So it became like people were disappointed because they were just looking for that hot shot moment. They were just looking for those pops. And at the end of the day, you can't get mad because your expectations didn't get met. That's the biggest thing about this whole Cody thing. It's no different than you cheer for a sports team all year, and the day comes where they get eliminated and they didn't win the championship, wherever they finished. Didn't make the playoffs, out in the first round, out in the end. Your team's out. That final game when they lose and you feel deflated, you're bummed out, your team's gone. You don't like turn on the fucking team. You don't want to burn the league down. Forget this. This all sucks. What a waste of season. Some do, but that's a problem. But realistically, you didn't get what you wanted. Your guy didn't win this time. Maybe next time. We'll see. Yeah, no, so I agree with you, Mark. That's a valid point. And we all supposed to dream too big. Wow, Jake is gushing blood from his head. I don't know if that's good for UK or not comparatively. I have no idea. Who is your pick in the main event, Alex Shelley or Jake. I'm taking Shelley. Jake is gushing, like gushing. No, I agree. Jericho is not the best for business. He is clout vampire. I agree with you, Mark, on that one. I'm just happy to see Keith Lee. Yeah, but I want Keith Lee to get matches against, like, give me Lee and Hobbs, right? Not Lee. Yeah, Keith Lee and Hobbs. Like, Hobbs is a young up-and-coming champion. You made him TNT champion. Here comes Keith Lee to take him on. Or give Keith Lee anybody. There's a list. The blood coming down this guy's chest is crazy. Jake Christ is just gushing. And Alex Shelley just talking shit. But yeah, you got talent kicking around that would be great for Keith Lee. And I really think they missed an opportunity with Keith Lee and Shane Taylor. Let's revisit that. AEW also signed Will Mack. Is he signed? All right. I love Willie. Hate saying that, but I love it. Willie Mack's awesome, guys. Willie Mack is a talent. So I like him. He'll do well. He'll probably spend most of his time in Ring of Honor. But there's another guy that can fuck around with Keith Lee. You just got to find good matchups. There's no reason why Keith Lee can't get matches. Wow. Huge jawbreaker. Jake is a crimson mess. Only issue I have with Cody loss is, will he ever be that hot again? He was so over it, and now he was pummeled back to earth. This is one that's one of the arguments that I struggle with, because if you guys watch the prediction show for Mania, if you guys watch the streams leading into Mania, I said a bunch of times that that's what I felt. I felt like this was the moment. The iron was hot. Strike. Don't fuck with our emotions, just strike. But I didn't lose my mind. I didn't go on YouTube like some others and throw an outright temper tantrum and fit. I want to know what the story is. That's always been my curiosity, right? I don't know. Maybe it's just, Chris Sabin. Chris Sabin helping his tag team partner here. Wow. They're cheering for Jake left, right, and center, but it doesn't look hopeful. But start getting the vibe there might be an upset coming here. Yeah, but do we even give a fuck about the Keith Lee Swerve thing right now? It was so bad where you broke him up and Rick Ross was involved, and it was so bad. Parker Boudreaux is awful. To me, he's not even good enough for Dark. I don't get it. I don't know what he's doing. Why is he grunting and growling like that? And not that grunting and growling is not allowed in wrestling. Just you got to make it make sense, I suppose. But yeah, I have no time. I have no time for that storyline. I think it's dead. How many weeks ago was it that Swerve broke the center block on Keith Lee? How many weeks? 2 months? 8 weeks? 12 weeks? What are we doing? It was a while ago, wasn't it? It had to be. Mark. Stone Cold, more or less hot after losing to Hart in the submission match. He got hotter. People now are more sympathetic towards Cody. I didn't really answer that question for Mark, and thank you for adding that, Excalibur. But to Excalibur's point, people say that you'd never be that hot again. And like I was saying before I got distracted, was that, yeah, if you write a good story, you pull the audience back into it. So when people say you'll never be that hot again, it was like people are like, this was the moment. What if I told you right now that in Triple H's notebook, and let's assume that Triple H matters, but in his notebook it says WrestleMania 40, Philadelphia, winner, main event, Cody Rhodes. What if I told you that? Do you think they could build it back up and get there? Because winning at, technically people would say, well, WrestleMania 40 is a bigger deal than WrestleMania 39. So these, I watched Dave LaGreca fucking melt down. They'll never get another chance. They got dozens of pay-per-views. And again, if you do it right, you turn a Montreal pay-per-view into something that everybody talks about. You make a Montreal pay-per-view one of the best pay-per-views of the year because you wrote it right, you timed it right, you positioned it right. So could you get Cody back where you need him? Yes. Oh my God. Jake is in the trio. Whoa. Alex Shelley puts a chair over his face. Chris Sabin, they've pretty much pounded, and he kicks out at 1. He kicked out at 1. He kicked out at 1. What the Jake kicks out at 1. Now he's throwing forearms, honking up. I think he just let it go natural. Remember, usually he's really shaved, really clean shaven. So I think he just let it grow out. But I'm not answering the second part of that. What do you think Strickland's announcement will be on Rampage? I got leashes for Parker and jacked up Tom McDonald. Maybe. I don't. Maybe he got a new member. Rick Ross is coming back permanently. I don't know. I don't know. Touche. I like that. Wow. If Lesnar goes over Cody, he's done. And then now that's a problem, Daniel. You're 100% right. I do believe, especially with the level of the beating Cody took, it's just the beginning, right? It's just the beginning. Brock beats the shit out of him. Cody gets mad. Brock beats the shit out of him again. Cody gets mad. We get to Saudi Arabia, and Cody beats him. And all the fans there will be losing their mind. Jake on fire right now, folks. Alex Shelley in trouble. Jake just throwing bombs, gushing blood. Woo! What a card. I clicked that one twice and I shouldn't have. Are you down for a Rhea Ripley, Raquel Gonzalez? Not really. Does that make sense? Like, not really. And more because, again, where we're talking about, like, Raquel, I don't like babyface. I flex my back a lot. Raquel Gonzalez or Rodriguez or whatever it is. That's my take. Like, there's nothing. Oh, shit. Bobby Olsen shows up and getting in the face of Chris Sabin. And Jake making... All right. Getting a little chaotic here. If Raquel was kind of like the mean badass that she was in NXT, where she's putting Dakota Kai in lockers and shit, all for it. All for it all day long. That's the other one. Did Sammy lose his momentum? Everyone said, yeah, no. But see, that's where fans think, right? It's like if you ever listen to like sports radio, and after a loss from your favorite team, they could win 12 in a row. And every night you listen to the calls. Oh, we're great. We're going to win the cup this year. Oh, our team is awesome. Oh, my God, we're the best ever. And then they lose. And then the calls are like, we fucking suck. Fire the coach. We're never going to do this. Why don't we do things right? That's what happened here. Oh, we're fucked. It's never going to happen. Cody will be fine. Right? Like, again with Sammy, you kept him in the hunt. You kept him around the title picture. You you didn't just discard him. Like, that's one thing that Tony's really struggled with, I think, is, okay, you're going to be in a program with so-and-so. But when that program ends, I don't know what to do with you guys. Like, okay, the winner is going to move this way, but the loser, you just go sit on the bench and I'll figure something out. So that's where you lose momentum. Sammy kept going and still had a mission, so the fans were behind his mission, right? Boom! 2 count. Wow. 2 count. Wow. Woo! Can we just get a pinfall? I'm tired. It's all about how you build Raquel's story. She has a ton of potential. I agree she has a ton of potential. I just don't want I want her to be a legit threat to me, smiley face Raquel, other than being a very substantially big lady. That's it. Like when she's mean and she's got a chip on her shoulder and she has an axe to grind, she's intimidating. She's scary. She fucks some shit up. That's what you need, especially because Rhea's getting over as a babyface huge. Another 2 count. What a match, guys. Oh, Jake's slipping, but I don't blame him. Bleeding everywhere. Oh! Snapped. Crucifix by Shelley. He rolls him over. Locks in the label lock. What a match. Guys, I know I'm probably, maybe Damien. I'm probably one of the only people watching this right now, but what a match. If Vince had a problem with Cody and AEW, he would have signed him. Yeah, no, that's another fan-made narrative of like, Vince is going to bury him. Vince wanted him. And again, if Vince doesn't see the value in him, Vince would have signed him. If, like, again, Vince makes very concerted efforts and doesn't waste a whole lot of time, as you guys can tell. And that's it. Alex Shelley finishes off your Revolver Remix champion. Fire. I agree with you, Damien. That was a banger. Banger, banger. Damien, what are you going to rate this pay-per-view? Because I ain't sticking around much longer, bro. Pretty much Vince wasn't worried about AEW and everything Cody did. Nobody was. It's all business. It's all fucking who cares. It's child play. It's child shit. Keep in mind, there's been bigger. This is where people get very monofocused. Like, there was bigger controversies, bigger atrocities done towards Vince in the WWE. And people find a way to forgive and forget, generally because of this. But I digress. It's all about business. If you can come to a business term with somebody, like I'm telling you right now, you look at someone like the Ultimate Warrior. If that guy was worth working with, Vince would have found a way to continue to make money with him. But when Vince gave up on him, he's done. So if Vince has a sight for you, now some would argue 80-year-old Vince, if he has a sight on you, he might fuck you up. Austin Theory. Oh, by the way, what's going to happen with Austin Theory if Vince is back? Austin Theory must be really upset at the thought of it. He could have ruined me all over again. They already beat the Vince off me once. I'm confused. I'd say Raquel turns heel on Liv, but Rhea is a babyface in a heel. Yeah, well, see, this is where shit happens organically, and the WWE has to make a decision. Macklin came back out. There's Sammy, Jessica, Macklin. All right. How's a fucking barn burner of a match? Yeah, so Rhea accidentally becomes a baby face in this whole process. A, because she was up against a natural heel. B, because she deserves it and she's just cool. So they have a choice. You either find a way to turn the rest of Judgment Day babyface, which you can't, because if you go by babyface, you fuck up Dom. So now we're at an impasse. And people rumored about, could Dom be somehow involved with Legado? That might be an out. That might be the saving grace here. Because I think if you can take Rhea, let her baby face it out. I hate to say this, Finn Balor, it doesn't add anything to Judgment Day. He's my least favorite member of Judgment Day. But Balor, sorry, Jake's giving a little speech here. Sorry, guys. But yeah, they're in a pickle because so much of the success of Judgment Day was tied to Rhea. Can she still kind of be the cool person within a group that most people hate? I don't know. It's challenging. It's a tough one. Tough one. Is a match I want to see. Yeah, okay. I think Shayna deserves better. I really do. 9 out of 10. Wow, bold. Austin Theory, legend killer. Kind of, sort of. Already took out Cena. Now Ray, Edge. I like Edge. I like the thought of that. Orton would be a shout. That'd be interesting. If Balor won looking like a badass, his stock would have went up. Yeah, I don't really understand the booking of letting him lose to Old Edge. Ray and Escobar versus Priest and Dominic tomorrow has been announced. So we'll see. Maybe I'm planting the seeds. We'll find out, folks. It's just a little bit of a guess. But with all of that being said, folks, that has been just about 4 hours of stream tonight. Way more than I was anticipating on doing. To be honest, I wasn't even sure I was going to be here tonight. So that's kind of funny. But with all of that being said, I appreciate everybody who tuned in. I will remind everybody out there, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. And this is what we do, folks. You can call it a live stream, a watch party, watch along, call it what you will. Nobody does it better than we do. Nobody does it as often as we do, and nobody does it as much as we do. We thank everybody. We appreciate every moment everybody spends here. What a wonderful night. Friday Junior, all wrapped up in a pretty little bow. The weekend is upon us. Happy Easter, and we will see you tomorrow for Hijack SmackDown. Let's go. Thank you so much. Have a good night, and I will see you on the flip side. Bye-bye.